All right, there you go.
Yo, 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 yo. So I'm gonna focus the camera. So look, this is Point B. Welcome to Score the Fight. Tonight we got Canelo Alverez, big dog, versus Haney Munguia. Okay, that's the main event, and I'm gonna get a little more into their fight once the fight actually starts. Right now, we have a WBC interim featherweight world title fight going on right now, and that is Figueroa versus Magad. Okay, excuse me if I didn't say that correctly, but that Magad, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, this first round has been pretty bland, a little bit of action, but it looks like Figueroa is moving forward, and Magad is on the back foot. Right now, I got two other hosts with me today. I got ETA Money Row, and I got Uptown Vito here with me. You know what I mean? And tonight we're gonna cover the fights, but we're gonna cover the biggest fight in hip hop right now, which is Drake and Kendrick as well. You know what I mean? So the way I look at it, this is a double header main event right now where we're gonna talk about a little bit of hip hop. So I hope y'all enjoy the show. Fellas, anything you got to say?
Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the podcast.
Yes,
All the
indeed.
fans is tuned in. Glad for y'all to join another evening as usual. Hey, hope y'all tuned in. Love for y'all to kick in some feedback as well. But this is how we feel about it. Give our takes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. It's ETA Row, man. Look, I'm good. I'm glad to be able to see Canelo fight. Right, I haven't seen Canelo fight in a while. Just round for round, I come in and peek in here and there, but actually to see a whole full round of fights, man. This guy that he fighting, is no slouch. It's no slouch, man. This guy's 40-0 with 34 knockouts, man. This guy is no slouch, man. I know a lot of people probably gonna sleep on him and say he don't have a shot and this, that, and other. And I get it, but this guy's no slouch. He is undefeated, 43 fights, 43-0. He has less losses than Canelo Alvarez. So let's give him some respect, you know what I'm saying? And I'm eager to see the fight. Last weekend, what was it, 2 weekends ago? Last weekend, 2 weekends ago?
2 weekends.
When we did Garcia was the underdog, and Garcia took the L. You know what I'm saying? So Haney, sorry. Garcia was the underdog, and Garcia won. Haney took the L. The underdog won that night. So, this scored a fight, baby. You liable to see anything when we on air. So, man, I'm eager to see this fight. I'm eager to see the preliminaries. The preliminaries probably gonna be good as well. So, I'm just geared up, ready to roll.
Yeah, so speaking of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, we're going to jump to that subject real quick. I'm going to give people a little bit of info about what's going on in that world as well. So, Ryan Garcia, right? He has tested positive for PEDs. Okay? Supposedly, he passed 4 separate tests with VADA testing. Supposedly April 19th, he tested dirty. And then April 20th, the day of the fight, he also tested dirty as well. Ryan Garcia is saying that they are basically setting him up for failure, and he's about to sue the VADA state commission. He's going to sue VADA testing because he believes that his test was falsified of being dirty.
What you think?
Man, it's hard to say. I mean, like, he already posted the other 4 tests. He did not post the results for the other 2 tests. So that's kind of fishy to me, one thing, But at the same time, that means that even watching about the alleged PED that he taken, they said first dose you can see some results. So potentially he took it right before the fight, but I don't know if he does that if he know he has to be tested. He's been clean all the other times, and it's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Well, wait, my bad.
No, I was gonna say, from my understanding, and I want to throw this element out there because I don't know if it's true or false, but Ryan Garcia himself said that it's because he's a stark Trump supporter. And
right after he was seen with Donald Trump, that's when his test came back dirty.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
That is true.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's an element to it, and I'm not saying that anybody is on anything funny. I don't know how that world goes because I've never been on that side of the fence. But that's what he said. You know what I mean? And I see the way that they attacking Trump and with his stuff. So I don't know. I just want to throw that out there for the fans to analyze. You know what I'm saying?
I like that take too, because I was gonna say the same thing, that Ryan Garcia has a excellent fight history as far as his testing. I don't see him doing this against an opponent who has less than half of his wins as knockouts. So I don't think there was a need to be bigger than Haney or more stronger. Like, even if you wanted the knockout, Ryan Garcia has knockout power. Outside of the fight against Gervonta Davis, none of us, I believe, are going to sit here and say that Ryan Garcia isn't a good boxer.
No,
I don't think that was a fight he couldn't have won without PEDs, and I don't see the reason why he would have needed them. And the strategy that he used defensively didn't really, like, to me, when you on PEDs, you get hit. Like, you take more punches than you usually take for fighters that have been alleged of doing so. And I don't think he took any of the punches that, like, Haney was punching him in his back most of the fight. I'm not really sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the punches that he caught Devin Haney with were punches that he's caught in several other boxers with. Like, he's even caught Gervonta with punches that he didn't catch him clean, but even he was hitting Gervonta too. So it's not like he can't hit a boxer. And I'm not really sure that Haney's chin was, like, given to the public as it was, like, undestroyable either.
Not at all. He's tested positive for Ostarine, and Ostarine says that you can take it immediately and then you see effects. But like V said, I don't know if he needed it. I don't see him needing PEDs for. I don't see him needing PEDs to beat Devin Haney. I think he fought Devin Haney enough to know what Devin Haney's power was, and I could see him doing that for Tank Davis before I see him doing it for Ryan Garcia.
Right.
I mean, for Devin Haney.
Devin Haney. So, and lastly,
I don't know about that.
Lastly, it's not for a belt, so I'm taking this for basically an exhibition fight.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that works, but maybe, listen, and I've heard this other theory. Maybe that's why he didn't care about the belt, because he knew that they wouldn't give it to him because he was dirty.
Nah, but the fight wasn't for the belt from the beginning, though.
No, it was. It was supposed to be for the belt, but he cannot win the belt if he overweight. So he came in overweight. So the theory on Ryan Garcia was he came in overweight on purpose because he couldn't keep the belt no way.
Yeah. I mean, he said the way he justified it is, and just to update everybody on this fight. This fight is in the third round. It's closing in on the third round. I'm gonna give him an update. But just to jump back to Ryan Garcia justified it by saying he was going to move up in weight anyway. He said that's why he wasn't tripping over the 140. That was his last fight at 140, because he felt like, because he lost weight for the Tank fight, that he wasn't himself, and he felt like that he didn't have the necessary power. So he said he was going to move up regardless. That's that in his own words. It's not my words. That's his own words. He's not fighting at 140 no more.
Well, the reason that he said that he can't fight at 140 no more because he can only make 143, which he has hit 143 several times. He's had catch weights. The only really fight I feel like he was fighting at 135, and he would make that time to time. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't think Ryan, honestly, like, I can't say that he did, but I'm not going to say that he didn't right now. But I don't think he did. Because I feel like a fool, because Tank, him and Tank had posted a private text message. Well, Tank posted it, and he told Ryan Garcia, if you got me out here supporting you and you was doing dirty shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. Excuse my language, but I wanted to make it as real. That's what it said. You know what I mean? In exact words, that's the quote. I said it once, I ain't gonna keep saying it. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny though. That is funny. Funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Tank has been on the Ryan Garcia did not cheat bandwagon, while you have other fighters getting into it about it. Him and Clarissa Shields have been trading war of the words via Twitter. I believe Tank Davis on Mr. Shields a dog, and she posted his mother talking about your mother is a black woman. You shouldn't be referred to a black woman like this and all this. So I think that right now everybody's at war. People at war.
Yeah.
Twitter. All right, let me give you an update of the last 3 rounds though. Figueroa has been moving forward. Magdaleno has a cut on the right eye from a headbutt. Right now, I would say Figueroa has been moving forward, but Magdaleno is fighting on that back foot, and he's fighting pretty decently. But it looks like Figueroa's power might wear Magdaleno down unless he can just keep avoiding these big shots that he's throwing at him.
I like Figueroa. I mean, to be honest with you, he's on his back foot, but man, he's swift on that back foot.
Magdaleno's on his back foot.
I mean, sorry, Magdaleno. Sorry, you're right, Magdaleno. I like Magdaleno. He's on the back foot, but boy, he looks comfortable on his back foot. It's like he's baiting him in almost.
Yeah, but I don't know if he has the power after watching these first 3 rounds to keep Figueroa off of him. If Figueroa is going to keep moving forward, and Magdaleno's getting the warning for holding. But if you can't keep Figueroa off of you, it's going to be a dirty fight. He push you. He has like a Sean Porter type of style where he push you up against the ropes. And now Figueroa has pushed him up against the ropes and going to work inside the box.
Yeah. I mean, and Figueroa's defense is not the best. I'm gonna be honest with you, to say the least. But he don't mind throwing shots off of that back foot. At least he's not standing there like Devin Haney last week. At least he got. I mean, you know what I'm saying. At least he really throwing a couple shots and really trying to keep himself in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he just landed two really good punches. I would say. Landed 2 really good punches, uppercuts. Oh, that was a nice solid uppercut, but Figueroa walked right through it. And don't get me wrong, I feel like Magdaleno is fighting good inside the box. He's even landing, I think, a little bit more punches than Figueroa inside the box, but Figueroa is just mauling him with it. He's just on top of him, Yeah. And so Magdaleno has to understand, like what Floyd used to do, is keeping space and distance. When you got a fighter that want to maul you, you can't get caught in the corner like Magdaleno's doing. You got to be able to spin off of that back foot and keep it moving on the other side. I
absolutely agree, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man, on Twitter, man, on Facebook, on Instagram, and everywhere else.
Yes,
just want to throw that out there.
This is round 4 in the WBC interim featherweight world title. Figueroa versus Magdaleno. Whoever wins this wins the interim title featherweight. So you got that looks like a low blow.
Oh,
that's a low blow. Figueroa just hit Magdaleno with a low blow. Magdaleno is on the ground wincing in pain and I don't blame hey bro, I don't blame him, man. That joke, I don't think it was intentional. I do not think it was an intentional shot. I do not think it was a dirty shot. I think that he was going for a body shot and just kind of, hooked it a little low. I do not look at it as it was an intentional low blow because he is not throwing intentional low blows throughout the whole fight. Now they're going to give it a backspin. Yeah, that was way too low, though.
Shout out to Aries, man. What's up with it, Aries? You know what I'm saying?
What's good?
He said you have to inject the PEDs. Matter of fact, let's just throw that up there. There you go.
Into the stomach.
Yeah, he said, yep, you have to inject PEDs weeks before to have it to work. So shout out to Aries, man. My bad, Aries. I ain't see it till now, man. Shout out to Aries for the comment.
His last test was, I believe, April 3rd. And then they tested him again on April 19th. So that will be weeks in advance. You get what I mean? And from what they saying, that Austrian, as soon as you inject it, you can start to see gains, muscle strength gains.
Yeah,
that was a low blow. That was definitely a low blow.
Low blow.
That was definitely a low blow.
I don't know if it was intentional though. Like I don't think it was. He just threw it low. I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah. I
Will
see
Smith,
why he was bent over like that.
yeah.
I see why he was bent
Yeah.
over
He
like
crushed
that.
him with that jump.
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
Okay. Hey, I got a question, fellas. Got a
Yeah.
question. You know, and we're gonna talk about a lot of different subjects here right now, right? So I do want to talk about this. Who is your favorite fighter?
All
Just
time
your
or right
favorite
now?
fighter all time? Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm gonna let y'all go out. I don't know. Maybe I should go out. I'll let you go, Vito. Go ahead.
Iron Mike Tyson. I ain't got nothing to say.
He ain't got nothing else. Okay. So I have a couple of different subjects with this, right?
Okay.
The fighter that I felt like is the best of all time is Sugar Ray Robinson because he fought so many fights. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think he fought, I think he fought maybe a year. He would fight like 20, 30, 40 fights a year or something crazy
he would
like
fight.
that.
Yeah, he will fight a lot of fights. You know, a
Yeah.
couple times
So,
a month type of
yeah.
thing.
So all time, as far as who I think is the best,
Right.
I think it's I would put Sugar Ray Robinson as the best, right? The fighter that I think was the most impactful.
I mean, now I'm saying your favorite fighter.
My favorite fighter, is it to watch or is it just, I mean, because it's still categories.
No, it's got to be to watch because it's yours. It's yours.
Yeah.
It's a split for me. It's between Tyson and Muhammad Ali. That's my split. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was gonna say, you know, in so many words that I like both of them for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite fighters, split wise, is Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson split.
If I got a split, mine would be Mike and Roy Jones.
And okay, so since we're doing splits, I'll do a split and I'll do Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Okay.
Reason being is that I feel like Floyd fought in this new era too, in the beginning of this new era of boxing, right? And in the beginning of the new era of boxing, I feel like you had Canelo, a young, hungry, strong Canelo. And I feel like Floyd's best performance boxing beautifully was against a young Canelo Alverez. But Canelo had 40 fights plus. He was like in how Haney Munguia's spot right now. You know what I mean? So I think Floyd the way that he would neutralize an opponent's best weapon, you know, you got Pacquiao, right? You got Pacquiao moving side to side, neutralize it. You got Shane Mosley got a cannon, got hit with the cannon, legs shut. After that, neutralized them. You know what I mean? And I think Floyd was the best at neutralizing opponents.
Absolutely. Okay, so Uri said he got prime Canelo. There go Uri. He said he got prime Canelo or prime Floyd. Who would win? That's his question.
Floyd.
So the only thing with that with me and is your favorite fighter. So I'm not changing the favorite fighter part. And he did outbox Canelo beautifully in that fight. The only thing with me with Floyd is that Floyd was able to set up all his fights. And in the new era, he didn't fight anybody with a longer reach that was considered a better contender or considered a real contender with longer reach.
Right.
Right. I could say that, but my thing is that people throughout Floyd's career, he fought just the resume. You know, it's like it's hard to talk about everybody when he got a resume that reads Oscar De La Hoya, that reads Arturo Gatti, that reads Shane Mosley, that reads Zab Judah, that reads Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying?
And Eric said Triple G. He said Triple G is one of his favorites.
Okay, I like Triple G.
Triple G is a good fighter.
I like Triple G. You know what I mean? Honestly, if we talking about foreign fighters, I really, really, really love the way that Lomachenko fights. It's beautiful. Him and Inoue are probably my two. Of course, Pacquiao was my number one foreign favorite fighter.
Mine was Hector Camacho.
Huh?
Mine was Hector Camacho.
Okay, yeah, we can respect that. You know, mine would be Pacquiao for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really, really really got a lot of love for Vasily Lomachenko's style of boxing, man. It's beautiful. Like, even when he fought Devin Haney, I feel like that fight was very close. I felt like Devin Haney kind of, I don't know, it should have been a draw, maybe at best, you know. But that that's the type of fighters I like. I like technical boxers.
I like Triple G though. As far as no Lomachenko. Sorry, not Triple G. Lomachenko. Lomachenko is one of my fighters. You know, I've been I've been on Lomachenko. Lomachenko, one of my foreign-born fighters.
Yeah.
Lomachenko is one of my favorite foreign-born fighters for sure. I mean, the way he moved it's next level, man. It's to me, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of movement, a lot of, and that's why I like Ali, because I felt like he moves around. He give you a lot of foot movement, a lot of head movement, hard to hit him. You know what I'm saying? So I like fighters like that. And that's the same thing with Roy Jones, though. To VO's point, Roy Jones give you a lot of
Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson's manager, probably one of the best trainers, maybe just for him. I don't even know if he was the best.
Oh no, Customato is definitely number.
If Customato doesn't die, Mike Tyson doesn't lose.
Wow, that's a big statement.
I guarantee.
I mean, but see, even with Cuss, Cuss was Muhammad Ali trainer too.
That's why I said that if Cuss was still alive, Mike doesn't lose.
Yeah,
retires.
Ari said Lomo won against Haney, but that's a different topic, though.
We all agree. I agree.
I don't agree. I don't agree that he just flat out won. I really feel like that was a draw.
No. It wasn't a flat out win. I ain't gonna say 3-0, but I definitely feel 2-1, if not a draw.
I don't feel like too.
Yeah, I don't feel like Haney did anything to win that jump outside of the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is how it works. You have to take the belts.
We talked about that.
How it works in boxing.
Yeah, but that's an old rule when they used to fight 15 rounds, and when they used to find a winner out because somebody would obviously be getting the crap beat out of them. In today's era, the judges are horrible. The judges are absolutely horrible. I do not know how for these fights. It is not based on. And
hey, bro, honestly, hold on real quick. Let me get this. Punches through the 6 rounds. 51 has landed for Figueroa, 67 for Magad, but Magad has a way higher percentage at 36%. Figueroa's is at 23%.
Now,
so Figueroa is, excuse me, let me finish. Figueroa is not able to get around the guard of Magad on the inside. Magad has been boxing beautifully on the inside throughout these 6 rounds. You can go and continue, V.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that with the way that the fighting is today with judges, you either have to judge based on the scorecard, because if you just watch the fight and based on what you're watching, it's unfair to the punch count. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of the punch count and the percentage and like power punches and regular punches and jabs? All right, each category, like each judge isn't given just one of those categories. It's all of those punches equaled up. I do understand that power punches and that percentage gives you a higher percentage of winning the round over the overall punches landed. Yes. But there are some fights in the last 5 to 10 years where the punch count is so far in one fighter's favor that the other fighter gets the win. I've seen champions get knocked down but not knocked out, and they still win, and they did not knock down the opponent.
Well, all right. So this is my thing. The Alverez brothers, broke a world record, most siblings to fight on a single fight card, and 6/28/2008, and it was about 7 of them.
Damn.
Yeah, all the Alverez brothers. Canelo comes from a fighting family.
That's what's up.
Back to what I was saying, and this is round 7 in the Figueroa. From punches landed, Magad was probably ahead right now. Even though I feel like Figueroa may have landed the heavier outside punches, Magad was landing the heavier inside punches, fighting off of that back foot. Back to what I was saying, what you were saying about the score, about the punch counts. See, the punch counts matter when you get to see somebody's head pop back. So even if I throw less punches than you throwing a bunch of punches and they ain't landing or making me move, making my head pop back, making any significant showing of it really landed. But I'm landing, Johnson, you moving back, you rocking back, they gonna give me the round because I landed the heavier punches.
Nah, that's what I said. The power punches is fine. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it where the total punch count. Uh, uh, uh I'll pull up the fight in a moment. That way I can give you the exact jump. There was one of
Okay.
the fights that was the last recent couple years and stuff like that. But the power punching is not that far off from being very similar. Like maybe 10 punches off from the other. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Punch count for the loser is about 50 to 90 more punches landed and a better percentage, and they lost the fight. No drops. Nobody gets
Yeah.
dropped in the fight, goes to a decision, and the person with the more punches landed, with 10 less punches, power punches landed, loses the fight. I don't understand how 90 punches are less than 10 power punches.
No, it don't. But also you got to think about scoring a fight.
Oh,
So this
got Big Son in the building. Big Son in the building.
was good, big son. You know,
Yo, yo, what's good, fellas? How y'all feeling?
good, man. Welcome to Score the Fight. Big son is on board. I would say this though, V. It's also about rounds that you win. So my thing is that this is about this is the Devin Haney fight, and this is why I say that I feel like it was a draw, and I do not feel like Loma actually took the belts from Haney. I do feel like if you were going to give a winner, you could have gave Loma the win, but I don't feel like he took the belts from Haney. I feel like throughout the fight, Loma started really late, and Haney earned a lot of early rounds. And the problem with that is that because Loma came on so late in the fight, people remember what Loma did. But the last round, Haney won. If Loma goes out there and takes the belt, you know that this is why we have gold rounds on the logo for round 11 and 12, because those are the championship rounds. Loma did not go out there and take the belt from Haney, and
But in
that's why
most,
Loma didn't win.
I'm saying in most cases today, instead of how it was when Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler were fighting, because
Yeah,
you didn't have to have a knockout in those fights. You had, you know what I'm saying?
no,
You had the way that those fights were going, and they were judged in accordance to that. What I'm saying
yeah,
today is in most cases today, not everyone, but almost a high 75, 80% of cases, maybe more, you got fighters that are getting beat up by the opponent that are champions and they're not getting knocked out. That's why they're not losing the belt. If they're fighting against a fighter that they set up that doesn't have, that's a technical fighter more than they are a punching power fighter, then that basically means that they just get to win as long as they can stay in the fight and not get dropped.
absolutely.
That's not fair.
I
I
agree
agree.
with Vito there. I
I
agree
agree.
with Vito. Yeah,
I
I
agree.
agree with Vito on that.
I definitely agree. But
Yeah.
I will say in certain cases, you know, just as somebody that has been watching and analyzing boxing for quite some time now, um I see a lot of like I said, I see a lot of people when they talk about the Haney fight, they don't remember that Haney was winning a lot of those early rounds. So all we remember is how he was getting beat up and he was like, Dad, I don't know. He knows what I'm gonna do, Dad. You know. We
But
remember that, you know what I'm saying? But we don't remember early in the fight how Haney was hitting Loma to the body and Loma was you visibly moving back. You know what I
but
mean?
I think it's back to what you said though. I mean, they wasn't effective. It just wasn't effective. Haney don't have the power. So I
No,
think
no,
that
his body work is good. His body work is
his
good
guard body
when he
works
goes
is
to the
No,
decent.
no,
body.
no,
Yeah.
no. It's not a. But see that's what I was about to say, Leo. His body work is good on landing the punch, but that
Right.
counters what you just said about moving a fighter back and like popping. He
No,
don't
that
got no power in his punches. That's why
Ain't
he
got no
got
power.
15
look
knockouts
at
in almost 40 fights.
look
Yeah.
at that Loma fight though. I'm telling you, when he was hitting Loma to the body, you see Loma moving back.
Bruh,
You know?
nobody stands there and takes a body punch flush
No,
on
Right.
no,
no,
I'm
not
talking
normally.
about he hitting Loma in the body and Loma's body is moving back from his punch. Not like Loma is moving back. No, you can
Nah,
visibly see
there's
them jumps
also
was
a way
hurting.
in karate how you absorb impact.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
So, but again, when Loma was hitting him in the face,
Yeah.
his
yeah, yeah,
head is snapping back. Like it's
Yeah.
a
yeah,
snapping turn. Like it's a
yeah.
10-8 round and they're giving 10-9 rounds because he's
That
not
was
getting a 10-8 because he's not knocking them down.
that's my
Well,
point too.
well, see, this the
And
thing.
back in the
Is it?
day when when Hagler and Leonard were fighting, if
Yeah,
you got beat, like if you got 20, 30 punches put on you, you got 3, 4 combos in a round, you didn't have to get dropped. It's a 10-8.
yeah. Total punches through round 8, 89 for Figueroa out of 365. That's a 24%. Magdalena's landed 91 out of now the punch 93, excuse me, because the 4, because oh man, he's still landing Magdaleno. So he landed about 95 punches. He's at about 35%, and they are inside the box going at it like the whole fight has been. It's been a pretty good fight inside the box.
But you know what? I've never seen a fighter like Magdaleno, right? He has literally fought the whole fight on his back foot. I just never seen. I mean,
that's Floyd, man.
I mean, yeah, it is to a certain degree, though.
But he don't look like Floyd doing it.
Floyd will have his moments of just, you know what I'm saying, but this dude don't care. He just backfooted the whole thing. I mean, I've just never seen that. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Let's get Big Son back here. I've never seen
these fighters. I'm gonna be real, man. Certain fighters, man, they don't think about 20 years from now what type of brain damage they gonna have.
Yeah, this dude he battling. I'm gonna give him credit though. He has no quit. He has no quit in him.
Well, listen, early in the fight, he was, especially inside the pocket, he was a lot more effective. But now, like I said, Figueroa is landing a heavier punches. Figueroa is a bigger person. You can see Figueroa just going and eating everything that Magdaleno throws back. Even though it is a really good round, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a really good fight.
So in this case right here, do you feel like Figueroa is winning, even though that Magdaleno is winning in punches?
Magdaleno only got like 5 more punches than him, so maybe that's a good assessment. It's hard to call it though. These are a lot of close rounds.
Yeah, these rounds are close.
These are very close rounds.
Yeah,
and I would say earlier in the fight, there's a couple rounds that went for Magdaleno in there because inside the pocket, especially rounds like 4 and 5, inside the pocket, he was kind of just laying bombs on them. But right now, you can see the effect of Figueroa's punches moving him back. You know, like I said, the heavier punches. So if we land the same amount of punches in the round and my punches was just a little bit heavier than yours, the round won't go to me. It's a 10-9.
Yeah, see, but I also don't like judges that score back like punches like that that's not landing, but they're hitting the body. If you punch me on my shoulder, that's not a connected punch. If you're not hitting me in my face or hitting me in my body, but you're moving me back because I'm either trying to dodge the punch or you just got more power than me. Like if you fight somebody that's 100 pounds or 40, if you fight somebody 40 pounds heavier than you, if me and Big Son, even if I could tag Big Son 100 times, if Big Son pushes me, he ain't got to hit me. Just because he's heavier than me, I'm going to move back. He don't even got to land a quality punch. It's going to move me back regardless just because of how strong he is.
Yeah, but see, now this is where you got CompuBox and this is where you got all the other stuff for variables.
Them judges don't go off that. Them judges go off what they looking at in the ring.
They can check it though. They can definitely check the CompuBox. And certain judges do as well to see what actually land and how much it actually land. That's why after the fight, when they look at the fight, they score the card, they double check it with the CompuBox, and it kind of lines up sometime. And you know, the good judges, some judges, I would say take that paycheck, and it don't matter what the fight look like. We got to win them before the fight start. So
I.e. the judge that gave Haney a round in that fight against Garcia.
Well, no, against Garcia.
Yes.
It was a 12-12. Remember when the judge scored it 12-12? I mean, scored it even, remember?
Yeah, I judged it. I scored it very close to even, only because it was some stuff going on. So with Ryan Garcia, his best round, I'm gonna tell you why.
He dropped him 3 times. How is it close?
That didn't count. I'm talking about what the judges scored.
Not necessarily what I scored.
All 3 of those drops they said didn't count. One of them. I thought it was 4. I thought he dropped them 5 times.
It was right. I'm about to say it was more than 3 times. It was 3 that he knocked
5 times to be real. He knocked them down a total of 3 times in that fight.
No, that counted. That counted.
That's what I'm saying. That counted on paper, right? 2 of those knockdowns was in the same round. In that same round, Ryan Garcia lost a point. So that's why I said that it was going to be close to even.
That referee
The ref,
That
it was the
referee
ref.
was helping that was helping
You
Haney
can't.
though.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot. Yeah, the ref was helping Haney, but when you think about it in that aspect, and you say, what are the judges going to score? Not necessarily what I think. I said I feel like Ryan won the fight. Period. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
was
what are the
easy.
judges? What are the judges going to score when they take away that point from Ryan in that round where he had 2 knockdowns where literally, what's the name is
He
down?
down.
What's the name is down?
Yeah,
Magdaleno is down. Oh
he
man, that was a
down.
clean body shot. Oh man, he
Woo!
not getting up.
He might not get up. He might not get up. He
That's
might
a
be
liver
done.
shot,
It's
bro. That is
over.
over.
They called the
Is
fight.
over.
That's
Fight
it.
is over.
Fight is
Fight is
over.
over. Like I said,
Woo!
Figueroa with the heavier punches. You know what I'm saying?
I
Figueroa
told
landed
you he
that.
had been on his back foot the whole night, so I didn't know how long that was going.
No, but he
That was
was
going to work for him
landed,
anyway.
bro. See, this is
He
the
was
thing.
fighting though. I'm gonna give him some credit. It ain't like
What?
he was getting punished. He was fighting.
Yeah. What did I say about him being on that back foot? He was getting stuck in the corner. You get what I'm saying? And had he pivoted out of that situation, you know what I mean? Had he pivoted out of that situation, then he wouldn't have got hit with that shot. But that was a clean right
Yeah, it
hand. I mean,
was.
excuse me, clean
Woo!
left hand to the body.
Woo!
Just put him down immediately. And I
Woo!
told you that was it. As soon as you seen it, you
Yep.
don't get too many clean liver shots like that. When
Yeah.
you get hit on the left side of your body, down by your ribs, that is a liver. That is a clean liver shot. You give it no. I
Yeah.
said right. I said left side. Excuse me, right side. If you get hit on your right side, down by your ribs, that is a liver shot. You do
Yeah.
not want to get. That is one of the
Yeah.
worst knockout punches in boxing. It feels like you're about to shit on yourself. Excuse the language. You know, like I'm gonna be real. That liver punch is bad. If
It
you want
laid
to
him
go,
out. I ain't gonna lie. He was
you
rolling
want to.
over.
Hey, hey, you want to see? You want to? Ryan Garcia got put down by a liver punch by Tank Davis. You know what I mean?
The
Um,
question I want to ask real quick, not to cut nobody off because I can't see it,
yeah.
was the liver punch hooked or was it slapped in? Did he slap the hook in or did he just give him a
No, he
regular
hooked
hook to
that
the
Man,
joint. He
body?
hooked it. He hooked it.
man, he
Or did
hooked
he
it.
slap it?
Nah, he
No,
didn't slap it.
no,
He hooked it and dug. He dug.
yeah, and Doug,
Know what I
yeah.
Mm,
mean? When
mm,
you get
mm,
caught with
mm.
that boom and that dig right into, that's it. That's it. But if you, to me, the best liver shot I ever seen was Bernard Hopkins putting Oscar De La Hoya down with
Yep.
his
Yeah.
shot.
I was about to say, but
Yeah.
nah, Hopkins, man, the execution of the
Yeah,
best body punch in the game to me.
what
You know,
had Oscar feet
That was one
kicking.
of my favorite fighters to watch too. Just I'm glad you brought him up,
De La
Bishop.
Hoya
That's
was
one
a
of my
good body
favorite
puncher
fighters
too.
too.
De La Hoya in his prime was a good body puncher too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
an excellent body puncher. But
Excellent.
to be put down off a body shot like that,
No,
and
no,
you
no, 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 no.
and you the
Bernard
guy,
Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins was different, bro.
yeah,
I didn't like him in his older fights, not because he wasn't still a good boxer, but that was Thank you for mentioning Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins last probably 15 fights, bro, outside of the couple of ones that he got knockouts of the older, like of the bums he was fighting, like the scrappy fights. But the quality fights he had, like the last 10 quality fights, Bernard Hopkins would go an entire round playing defense and hit his opponent 3 times and would win the round.
yeah,
I used to hate it because the other fighters got activity. He's trying to hit him. That that shield is very hard to get to. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And don't get me
yeah, that
wrong,
Philly
other
shell is
that
fighters
real.
Philly
missing
shell, that
other
Philly
Philly
shell.
yes,
shell is
the other
real.
fighters missing punches or not landing like clean shots and stuff like that. That don't count. But 3 punches is not enough to win a round to me, especially when the other
It,
fighter is active and all
it
this
is.
other fighters doing
It
is
is.
blocking
It
and then just
is.
throwing three
Listen,
punches.
I'm gonna tell you why it is. If your other fighter, right? If the other fighter is trying to hit you and he swung 25 times, he hit you 3, and you hit him 3, and you only swung 4 times.
Yeah, your
Guess
percentage
what?
is high.
My
Your percentage.
defense was so good. You get what I mean? And you get points for defense. So my defense was so good that no matter what you swung at me, you couldn't hit me.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
no. I just
still
believe
hit
the
you
fights
at
was
a
boring.
higher rate.
I just think the fights was boring. They was just boring.
Oh, super boring. If you watch the old OV Hop fight, no offense, they were boring. They were boring as hell. But I would say that some fights I just looked at as an amazement. I'm a big fan of boxing, of technical boxing. And whenever you have a technical boxer that literally doesn't have to throw punches because the other person cannot hit them, and they standing right in front of them, I think that's a beautiful thing. And I know
Yeah.
a lot of boxing fans don't feel the same because boxing fans are there for knockouts. But just in my opinion, when I see somebody like a Bernard Hopkins, like a Pernell Whitaker, you know what I mean? Like literally make you look stupid and not even have to hit you. That's a hit. That hurt. That hurt
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And man, Magdaleno, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it real. His defense was terrible, man. I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do, what he was trying to pull, how that was working for him, what his strategy was. But it wasn't defense. Whatever his strategy was, it was not defense, not tonight. He was just, I ain't playing no defense tonight. I'm just gonna fight him. That's all. It's gonna be a fight. This ain't gonna be no boxing match. We fighting up in here. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing with that last one, man, is he just couldn't I just didn't see any defense. The defense was just terrible, man. Terrible.
Hey,
Oh, we got what? Tank Davis with the Tank Davis?
Introduce the next fight if it come on before I just came down, you know.
Okay, yeah. Tank Davis versus Martin. Tank Davis versus Martin. They just showed
the preview for it.
Yeah, the preview for it, man. Hey, that's gonna be a good one, man. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Frank Martin is trained by Derek James. He's right now Ryan Garcia's trainer. He is Anthony Joshua's trainer, and he was Earl Spence's trainer up until recently. He just sued Earl Spence for, I believe, $2.5 million for unpaid dues. So, unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like, I think they was a really good tandem together, Derek James and Earl Spence Jr. That's who helped Earl Spence get to where he's at. He's been Earl Spence trainer the whole time. And so while I look at that situation, it's really because Derek James believes he's supposed to get a certain percentage for every fight. And that's kind of common practice in boxing. And Earl Spence was trying to give him just the percentage off the initial purse, not a percentage off the back end money as well. So that's where the issue come into play at.
What do you feel about it though? What do you feel about it?
I mean, like, you got to go with what the common practice is in the sport, unless you negotiate otherwise. You know what I mean? And so Earl already on the text message, he said that he was going to wire Derek James the money. So it's not like he don't know he owe him the money. You know what I mean? You should have just paid that man before he had to take you to court, because I don't think Derek James doesn't seem like the guy that just want to run somebody to court off the jump.
Absolutely. I don't know, man. Fellas, y'all got any predictions for tonight? What's the prediction for tonight?
I mean, I got Canelo actually by knockout. I do not know if Haney Munguia is going to be able to withstand what Canelo got. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that Canelo might overwhelm Munguia tonight. But it's the thing. This is not to sleep on Haney Munguia. I feel like he's a really good fighter, and I do feel like he has a chance in this fight, unlike other people are saying, like he just don't got no chance at all. I don't believe that. I believe Haney Munguia got 34 knockouts for a reason. Yeah. I think that he's an experienced fighter now after being in 40 fights. But this is a big stage, and he ain't never been on a stage like this. So I think that's going to be a bit too much to overcome.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Alverez got a little bit more experience with these sorts of stages and these sorts of fights. I think Munguia he's young. You know what I'm saying? He's young. He's younger. So I mean, but I'm gonna say he coming. 34 knockouts. Them power punches are scary. Them power punches are really, really scary because like Ryan Garcia, for instance. What happened with Devin Haney 2 weeks ago? Them power punchers are scary because they could creep up and get a W, and knock you out or knock you down a bunch of times to where, it's hard to give you the fight, even if you're technically outscoring your man. You know, if you can get knocked down, like honestly, to me, Ryan Garcia didn't finish that fight properly against Devin Haney. He should have finished it. It's no way that fight should have went 12 rounds, in my opinion. And I don't know how the guys.
The referee.
Yeah, it was the referee. You're right about that. But Ryan Garcia could have finished him on several occasions.
Yeah, no,
like he had
Ryan even said that he messed up in spots where he should have finished.
Yeah. I felt like he should have. Yeah,
even with the ref.
Right.
My bad. Go ahead.
Now go ahead. Finish your statement. Yeah. No, go ahead. I mean, I felt like even with the ref, I feel like, you know, Ryan Garcia just had so many opportunities. Not one, not two, not three, not four. He had a bunch of opportunities the way he could have, where he should have ended that fight, man. And we were sitting there screaming. And if anybody out there watching, you know, you can go ahead on back on one of the previous shows and really tap into the Ryan Garcia fight. It is up. Go listen to us during that fight. Go listen to how we was going during that fight. I mean, I know I was a little flabbergasted because it seems like I said, after the first round, I had looked and I said, just analyzing the fight in general, I felt like if Ryan Garcia was after the first round, I saw the offense was really kind of shaking up Devin Haney. I didn't feel like Devin Haney could handle his punches. And so I've just felt like if Ryan Garcia continued to go on the offensive side, then he would have a lot of success with that. But for whatever reason, you know, he would get Devin Haney on his heels and stumbling around and then just would stop throwing punches. I just couldn't understand it. I could not understand it for the life of me. So, I mean,
I'll make some sensibility to that, bro. I mean, a lot of people might not want to say it. The reason why he stopped throwing punches is because the money got to keep flowing. The money gonna stop flowing if the money gonna stop flowing if he throw more punches to knock that boy out. So the money got to keep flowing. So he got to pace himself and not crush that boy. So I ain't saying much, but we all knew Ryan Garcia was gonna whoop that boy's motherfucking ass. That's like the nerd down the street. That's like Randall from Recess going to go fuck with Mikey. You know Mikey gonna fuck that boy up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's cut clean right there. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney is Randall from Recess, and Ryan Garcia was Mikey. That was it.
Just to throw this out there, the last 5 fights, Canelo Alverez is actually 4-1, and his punching percentage is 33.3. Where this guy Manguia, he's 5-0 with 4 knockouts. Manguia. Munguia. I'm butchering his name. Sorry for all the fans out there listening. We do got a group on, so my bad for butchering his name. Munguia. He is 4-1. I mean, sorry, he's 5-0 with 4 knockouts in the last 5 bouts, and his punching percentage is 55.5%. So this is not going to be an easy fight for Canelo.
Well, Canelo, this is the difference. Canelo been fighting top tier competition.
I agree.
For the last 5 fights.
I agree with that.
Canelo is what you call a prize fighter. Okay? You got very few prize fighters left in boxing. You got Tank Davis. You got Canelo Alverez, to be real.
Yeah.
You can look at Terrence Crawford as a prize fighter.
I do.
But
I'm about to say I do, Bud.
Yeah.
Bud's actually my favorite. Him and Tank, I'm gonna say 1A and 1B are my favorite fighters right now. I gotta support Tank. He been solid. Like, to me, one of the most solid pros when it comes to approaching fight night that you ever gonna see. He go out there and perform every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bud, he's had some shaky moments, but I just Bud's fighting style to me is as good as a boxer as you get. You know what I mean? He's the only person in this era that I think could probably give Floyd some go.
Yeah.
Who, Bud?
Yes.
Bud?
Yes.
I ain't gonna take that leap of faith right there.
What?
I'll say, if he step in that ring with Floyd, he just better be prepared to lose.
Wow.
That's I don't know about that.
I don't know about it either, Vito.
I
I'm with you,
wouldn't say
Vito.
that.
I know all about it.
I wouldn't be that confident to say that. I ain't gonna say that you wouldn't
I
be
would.
right. I just wouldn't be that confident.
Only reason why I would say that is because let's see, who can we name other than
Hey,
other
Big Son,
than other
give me a
than
second. Give me a second.
go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Mario Barrios versus Fabian Maidana. You remember Marcos Maidana,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's Fabian. That's his little brother. Versus Mario Barrios, the Azteca. But you can go ahead, keep going, Big Son.
Bud
Yeah,
Crawford reaches a
dang.
74. Floyd is a 72. Floyd's not gonna fight Bud.
He would. I think he would. But see, the thing I was about to say is the only person
fighters with a longer reach than him that are good. It's not a part of his fight plan. I can't knock him because
I'll say the only one that was near him, well, almost damn near knocked him out, but got scared of knocking him out. I don't know why, but what's Green Eye's name? Shane Mosley. There you go, Shane Mosley. I'm looking at Shane Mosley like, boy, you should have dug in that boy. You see him. Come on,
this
now.
is not before Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley. This is after Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Floyd, I agree with you. I agree with you, Vito. He was done, but at that moment, Floyd was done too, and it was for you to finish that job.
I disagree. I'm not gonna say he was done.
Shit, the way he hit that boy Floyd was holding on for dear life. Y'all crazy.
What I'm saying is that Shane Mosley couldn't finish that fight. That Shane Mosley fought him with a lucky punch.
I get what you're saying.
And I ain't saying it's a lucky punch. He threw the punch.
He threw it. He shocked himself, Vito. He shocked himself, Vito.
That's an older Shane, like not even understanding that he still had that type of strength or that he was still able to do that. And I don't think he capitalized on it because it's the older Shane. The younger Shane before Vernon Forrest would have kept going, you know what I'm saying, would have kept attacking that moment. He would have had that same fight that he had earlier. I don't think that Shane I think that Shane that took that fight really wasn't tripping off that fight.
Nah, he was.
I don't. To me, that I watched Shane Mosley again. I'm a Roy Jones fan, so I got to watch all of them come up. You know what I'm saying? I watched all of their fights and stuff like that mostly because those are the prime time fights. Those are the prime time guys.
If I'm not mistaken, Floyd is the guy that slapped Shane Mosley girl butt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like me punching in the face was like, yeah, I got you back. But my anger, like it being by the time we fought, I probably got another girl by that time.
Nah, that's his wife.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm trying to protect the fact that he has a wife. I'm saying by the time we fought, it was so long ago since you touched my girl butt that I'm not mad about that. Like I just know it happened. I'm still trying to get you back for that.
Nah, bro, you're not gonna slap my bro. Look, bro. If a nigga slap your wife's butt in front of you, I don't give a fuck how many side bitches you got.
No. If it takes you 7 years to fight, I'm not as mad as I was about. I want to hit you after I know you slapped her butt, not 5 years, 4 years later.
No, it wasn't 4 years. I'm saying he did it in the press conference for the fight.
Oh yeah, nah. That was the reason for the punch. That's what I'm saying. He fought him old, bro. You talking about almost Muhammad Ali after fighting Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was gonna have the shakes. All right, unfortunately. Okay, this is CTE Shane Mosley fighting Floyd. Okay, that's what I'm saying about Floyd picking fights. I'm not gonna discredit the fighter that Shane Mosley was, but at the time that Floyd fought him, the same way with Pacquiao, you fought him after a lot of speculation that you could have fought him when he was more in his prime. Right. Do not get me wrong. I don't knock him on that, but Mike Tyson, to me, and not even comparing, just for me, why I put Mike Tyson ahead of him is because at the time Mike was fighting. Mike didn't care. You just sign me up with whoever. Some of them people was bums, but a lot of those dudes, when you go back, had legitimate fights, had title contentions. All of those dudes were contenders. A lot of those dudes was contenders. They just looked like nobody against Mike.
Well, see, my thing is with that. Okay, so with Pacquiao, a lot of people always say Floyd should have did this, should have did that. But if you go online right now, you can look up Freddie Roach, specifically saying that they didn't take the fight. Floyd tried to get him to fight, and he tried to do VADA state VADA commission testing what's going on right now, and Pacquiao didn't want to take the testing. So the first time that they didn't fight really wasn't on Mayweather, it was really on Pacquiao.
I'm saying, how long was they both champions before they decided to fight?
It was a while. It was
that's all I'm saying. Either side. But as Floyd, the same way he called out several other fighters, as Pacquiao being at the top of his ranks, like when even though De La Hoya was older, De La Hoya was still at the top of his stuff when he was calling him out. So I respect that one. I don't take nothing away from calling out Oscar. That just went over later because Oscar was trying to play the money game with the jump. Oscar played a part in why that took so long. So that's an even kill to me. I don't count that. But him not fighting Roy when he was in the weight class.
That's true.
Again, no problem with not doing it, but why didn't you? Roy has got jumped every weight class that there is. Like, to me, why he's one of my favorite fighters, because not everybody took that leap to go that far. Like he just did the most. And to fight Mike Tyson, even as an exhibition, just to me, seconds why he's so great to me, even if it was an exhibition fight, because so many people not going to do that just because of the fact that it's Mike Tyson. I don't care if it's an exhibition or not. You bit a nigga whole ear off in a fight. I'm not playing with you, crazy dude. You chew mushrooms for breakfast as they Skittles. Like that, no.
Right.
At 60 years old, I don't think the Paul
I'm gonna let the intro play.
Yes, sir.
And by VMC Tequila Cocktails, El Origen Ante Todo. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, professional parts people. And sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. This attraction is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Suleiman. Introducing our three judges scoring from ringside. From New York, Max DeLuca. From Connecticut, Glenn Feldman. And from Tennessee, David Hudson. Presenting our referee in charge, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Harvey Dock. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled in our co-main event of the evening for the interim WBC Welterweight World Championship. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing yellow trunks with blue trim, hailing from and proudly representing Margarita, Santa Fe, Argentina. He weighed in at 146 1/4 pounds. With a record of 22 wins and 2 losses, he has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome the battle-ready world rank contender, introducing Fabian TNT Maidana. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the colors of the Mexican flag, red, white, and green, and hailing from the beautiful city of San Antonio, Texas. He weighed in at 146 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 28 wins, 2 losses, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world and the current interim WBC welterweight world champion, introducing Mario El Azteca Barrios.
Yes, sir. And
we got one question from Aries. He got another question. Said, who y'all think is the face of boxing right now?
Wow.
TD.
It's Tank for me. It's Tank for me too. It's Tank for me. That's the one person I don't care who fighting, where he fight, how it work.
I gotta give it a tie between Tank Davis and Canelo Alverez. They do similar numbers. Tank won the numbers battle last year, but I'm going with a tie. Canelo and Tank together. There's no you can't really.
And I think Terrence Crawford, I think this is the turn. We might be moving into the Terrence Crawford era too. I want to say that too. Even though Tank right now is the most entertaining fighter for me to watch, I think we could be possibly moving into the Terrence Crawford era, possibly. You know, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think with Terrence, he got to take 2 fights in a year first.
I agree. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. We in the first round of this Barrios and Maidana. We in the first round of this Barrios and Maidana, man. But hey, they just really sizing each other up right now.
Yeah, this first round been pretty boring. I feel like Maidana been on his back foot a little bit, and Barrios is moving in, popping his jab. But Maidana just caught him with a clean left hook. You have Mario Barrios fighting in the orthodox stance, and you have Fabian Maidana also fighting in the orthodox stance, and just Azteca comes through, lands a clean right hand. Clean.
He got the San Antonio on his stripes too. They in San Antonio tonight too, right?
Yeah, he's from San Antonio.
Yeah, so he got the San Antonio on his shorts, man. That's big, man. A hometown kid.
Yeah, but this is the Mexican Independence Day, so not only does he have San Antonio, he got the Mexicans in there. He's representing Mexican. They call him the Azteca. You know, that's my man. I like Mario Barrios, even though he suffered one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen. Tank knocked him all the way out. You can't relive that one.
Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. We doing real good numbers tonight, man, for sure, man. We got a nice crowd tonight, so shout out to everybody out there listening on Facebook, YouTube. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you at, man. I see y'all.
Yes, sir. You have if just in case you are catching on the fight, you have Maidana in the yellow gold trunks. You know, looks like Ukraine colors. You know, yellow and the blue, and then you have Mario Barrios in a signature Mexican trio of red, green, and white.
Yes, indeed. So I mean, this. Oh, so we didn't get all the predictions. Who else didn't make? I know I haven't made mine yet for tonight for the main event. Did everybody make their predictions? I wanted to hear what everybody else had to say personally. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I did mine. I said Canelo by knockout, probably late into the fight.
All right. What you had, Big Son, on this one tonight?
6 round knockout.
For Canelo? Woo!
Yeah.
What about you, V? I go with Canelo only because I don't know that much about the other fighter besides record. I've seen Canelo work, and you don't go toe to toe with Floyd without being able to destroy most of the other unknown competition. So if he gets beat tonight, I'll be surprised. Knocking him out in the 6, that's crazy for somebody that's 40-0. I think he may have a little bit more experience. I'm gonna give him more credit to having more experience, whether he's fighting some mid-interior fighters or not, to say that he's going to be prepared to fight this fight. This will be his biggest fight in his career. But I'll give Big Son some credit that Canelo punched hard as I don't know what, bro. So 40-0 or not, it's going to be a test. I say 9th to 10th round, maybe an early stop. If it's not that, a decision Canelo 3-9.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna be the only one to go with Manguia. I'm gonna go with Manguia, and I'm gonna say Manguia gets the knockout. I think that's the only way he could win this fight. I'm gonna say he gets the knockout. Canelo now is 4-1 in his last 5 fights. If Canelo wins, I do not think he's going to get the knockout. He's only had 1 knockout in his last 5 fights. I do not think he's going to get the knockout. I think it does go decision if Canelo wins. But I'm going to go with the underdog, Manguia. Munguia.
Munguia, man. His name is
Munguia.
Munguia.
I'm going to go with Munguia, baby. I'm going to go with the underdog. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I'm running for Toast. Toast last week. Toast came on here last week. For everybody who wasn't listening, my man Toast came on here last week. Shout out to Toast, baby. Shout out to Toast. Toast came on here last week and told us that Ryan Garcia, and maybe that wasn't a big prediction for most, But
Yeah.
he told us that Ryan Garcia was going to win. And so we all like, nah, Haney. So I'm gonna take that one and run with it. You know, so I'm gonna go with Munguia.
Yeah, like my thing is that Haney showed his deficiencies that fight. You know, and that's never been shown before in any of his fights that were good fights against opponents. But Tank Davis pointed out that Haney didn't fight fighters his size. He would fight smaller fighters. And
that's true.
and even Regis Prograve said that Haney is a bit of a weight bully. You know, if you fighting at 140, how do you come into a fight at 165? You know, you know what I mean? Like I get him, I feel him. Yeah. We fighting at 140. How are you 165, bro? You know?
Yeah.
But Prograve did not complain. He was just saying that that's not what he expected. He didn't make any complaints about it. He just basically brought it to the table of really didn't expect that. He kind of caught me off guard there.
Okay, yeah. So that's, I mean, I'm gonna go with the underdog. I'm gonna go with the underdog tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with the underdog tonight.
And right now we got a back and forth match early. Mario Barrios and Fabian Maidana. Fabian Maidana just hit him with a beautiful 5-piece combo. Just about. I don't think any of those hurt Barrios, but it was just pretty to look at. I tell you that. You know, 2 body shots. One to the head and then one back to the head. You know, it was a beautiful. But did you hear that roar in the crowd if you're watching for Canelo Alverez being shown on the Jumbotron?
Yeah.
Canelo Alverez is a superstar in boxing. I mean, this is why I just can't put Tank Davis over him. And Jaime Munguia has got a lot of love in the building too as well, from what I can see. So
I think Shorty gonna be ready to roll, man. I think he's gonna be ready to roll, man. I'm gonna go ahead and rock with him for the night. You know, hopefully he don't make me look stupid. But I'm gonna go ahead and rock with him. You know, like he said, he got on there. What wild card boxing? Wild card. He the wild card tonight. He the wild card. You know, hopefully Vegas didn't win all their money off of Ryan Garcia 2 weeks ago. So hopefully they got some bills to pay. And I can get a couple dollars. Yeah, I get his win tonight, you know. Hopefully they got a couple bills to pay. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I really think that the Haney Garcia fight was pretty great. So look, we going even though Mario Barrios is a guy that's notable right now in boxing, we're gonna switch gears just a little bit, and we're gonna keep you up to date with the fight. I want to hear what you guys got to say so far about this Drake Kendrick fight, because that's the biggest fight. That's the biggest fight in America right now. It is Drake and Kendrick.
All right, who want to go? I go first. He knocked him down. We got a knockdown.
Mario Barrios hits Maidana, and Maidana hits the canvas.
Well, since we got a knockdown, I want to talk about the obvious knockdown in the room. Did Drake really get peed on by Diddy? I'm sorry.
Maidana has been knocked down for the first time in his career.
I'm just saying. Did Drake get R. Kelly by P. Diddy?
Barrios is moving forward. Barrios is putting the pressure. Barrios looking like he's hungry, going for the knockout. Was it a flash knockdown or not? I don't know. Maidana is on his back foot now, and Barrios is being very patient, very smart, very patient. And so he's still stalking, throws a jab, lands a little bit, but now he goes on an attack, another jab to the body, and I think Maidana might have survived this issue. He doesn't look wobbly on the legs or anything. He looked like he's going back. Back to what you were saying, Big Son.
Nah, I was just saying I want to know if it's true if Drake got R. Kelly by P. Diddy.
In the movie theater.
I don't
look. Do y'all think that's true?
Yeah.
It's been confirmed.
I don't know how true it is. I wasn't out there, but from what I hear, yeah, that that has been known in hip hop for a while?
I'm gonna say I don't know, because I don't imagine.
That's
heard
been known in hip hop
I'm
since the
saying
Meek Mill beef.
even if hip hop.
So if it's true,
bro.
if it's true, does he have to change his name from the sixth god to the piss god?
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm gonna say I've never seen it. I've never heard it. I don't know. You see, y'all say it's confirmed in hip hop, but I couldn't imagine.
That's not new. That's not new.
I couldn't imagine.
That's not
personally. Somebody's whipping out their genitals.
Is that why they was throwing bottles in the club?
Well,
y'all remember that, right?
Well,
we ain't gonna act like we remember them boys throwing bottles at each other in the club.
Hey,
I don't remember. I didn't know that.
So
see, y'all giving me new information.
So you saying Kendrick?
Man, that shattered the game right there. I don't care what you say. A grown man piss on another man. You put that out there. That shattered the game. I'm sorry.
I
mean, as far as the battle,
hold up, Big Son. Before we go there, have you heard all of the material?
I haven't heard all the material. I don't need to hear it personally. When your name gets changed from six god to the piss god, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, that just shattered the game right there.
I give that, even though that is a tough situation to go through. Only reason why it's not as much of a burn is because it's already been associated with another beef and stuff like that. So it's just kind of a reminder. And then because Diddy is into the news the way he is now, it's just more.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You can't be out now.
Lord, I don't know about all of that. All I know is, as far as the music,
do you not just here take that in the back of your mind for the rest of your life?
As far as the music goes, you know. As far as the music go, I'm more on the side of Drake than Kendrick personally. So that's just me. I feel like Kendrick is I don't know. I feel like Kendrick. I mean, and again, Kendrick is going more lyrical. Drake is going more straight for the neck, I think. And so when it comes to battling, I just like that style a little bit better. And so that's why for me, I'll go with Drake on that as far as winning right now. But Kendrick just dropped. For those who out there listening, Kendrick just dropped. I haven't heard that, but from the ones that I did hear, I would have chose Drake, especially that last one, Family Matters. It's one of the coldest disses I think I've heard in a long time. That's just my own opinion, you know. So I'll let the fellas take it over from there.
V, how about you, V?
You know, we talk about these things often. You know, I'm not sure if the fans or the guys that are listening, ladies as well, understand that we all come from the hip hop cloth ourselves. So, you know, as a writer of my own material, and everybody that's on my panel, I've rapped with all of these guys. None of us have written for each other. Not that I think that that's a bad thing in hip hop, but the era of hip hop that we come from, you don't get no respect rapping nobody else's lyrics as your own. So for someone with a team of writers, I already start off with Kendrick being in the lead. Yes, that's biased, and I do know that, so I don't give him the win because of that. But I always look at certain things with that angle. With that angle being stated, I look at Drake's response times. When Kendrick is, at least to all of our knowledge, and most of hip hop, he writes his own stuff. Haven't really given no issues with nobody saying that they've written for him or nothing like that. So he's writing his own material. His responses are, even though he hasn't been out in music in a while, his responses are faster than any responses I've heard in hip hop, bruh. And to me, for someone with a team of writers against one man, even though other people are supposed to be in this beef, even though some of the things have been reiterated, I think that he is hitting on levels that the rap game has not seen, that honestly reflects and respects more of our craft than the craft of the songwriter of the performer, excuse me. So one, I think, is also coming at this as a lyrical artist, and then the other one's coming as a performing artist. Both still artists. I think that even though I would pick Kendrick lyrically over Drake if we're talking lyricists. If we're having that conversation, I think Drake, without being biased, is definitely punching back better than any light-skinned dude I've ever seen punch back. I'm not gonna hold you on that. I give him that credit. These are not light jabs that he's throwing back. And given the research done today, if the daughter is not his, and he set all of that up for Kendrick to throw a response back, I have to give him credit. If I'm going to score some of the things I did the way for Kendrick that I did, I have to score that as a heck of a score and a jab back, because you kind of spent time on gossip instead of actual facts. Now, in some way, Kendrick also gets a point to me for that as well, because in the era that we are today, where everybody's on the internet, he made everybody get up this morning and go see if he had a kid hiding in the shadows like he did Adonis. So even if he made him go look for something that wasn't there, he still made everybody's internet stuff go straight to a source and pull up feeds and get on, you know what I'm saying, make these feeds and stuff like that go viral over just something like that. So it still put the activity or the attention on what he dropped. So it still gave his drop or his diss views, which is ultimately what we in the era of these days, on how many streams your disc gets or how many views or streams your song gets and stuff like that. So I think those were definitely things that I looked at and was like, dang, these are really good jabs. Drake is definitely loved by fans on the internet. So you have a ton of Drake fans who, again, because Kendrick has core fans, but I think he's a really big artist in California and across the country as well, but more so in spots. Drake is on rotation somewhere in America every day. And I don't know, I mean, I'll say every hour, in comparison to maybe Kendrick's in rotation every 6 to 12 hours or something like that. Maybe every 12 to 18 even in some aspects, if you're averaging it out, that maybe you might get a Kendrick song every 2-3 days in comparison to hearing something from Drake or something with a feature from Drake every single day. So Kendrick doesn't really have a heavy social media presence, as far as, unless he's dropping some material. So with these disses, for him to kind of, in my opinion, add the level of thought to the names of the disses, how they're layered in meaning, like all of those are jabs that I think the average person has literally missed. You know what I'm saying? All of those are points for me. Euphoria being a show that Drake either produces or have some influence under, and it's about young girls, and the fact that Drake's dated young girls and said that they were of age, and you go back, which the internet has receipts that people don't even have. Like, the internet got receipts tax companies don't got, to go back and look at the dates and see 2016 and it's 2024 and see the kids were 16 years old while you are an adult artist and you're dating these people. Hey, whatever your business is, your business. I just know it better not be my daughter. That's all I'm going to say about that one. I'll leave that there. But that's a shot. I can't act like that's not a shot. And today, if we're going to say that what Diddy is being accused of is not serious, if what Harvey Weinstein was accused of is not serious, is R. Kelly not in jail today for something of the same type of caliber? So
Speaking of R. Kelly, his streams went up today.
Oddly enough, right? So again, in the world that we live in, literally look at how numb our culture is to some of the things that should be taken seriously today. I think that even though Kendrick is pointing these things out, they're not considered jabs by the average person, because people are numb to sex trafficking. People are numb to people being perverts, because some people are actively thinking that this is the normal behavior. So some of these things that are shots to me, because I look at these things and I do realize, hey, oh, those things are going under the radar when they shouldn't, are jabs, and they're going over as regular lines. The beats aren't as, catchy, because I think he's actually trying to get you to listen to what he's saying so that you can catch certain references. So I do think that in that aspect, I think he's winning in those aspects, but Drake is winning in the being able to sing along, and it's music. So you also have to still remember that Ether was a diss that people could rap back. You know what I'm saying? Takeover was a diss that people could rap back. Like, that's also what makes those classic disses, because you can flow those Jones back. The Jones with LL.
Mama said knock you out.
Yes, Mama Said Knock You Out is a song you can sing back. The remix with him, Fat Joe, everybody. That was at the end. Nah, not that one. The one. Oh man. Nonetheless, I'll bring it up in a second once somebody else finishes. I'll look it up. But LL's at the end of that jump. His verse is actually a response to Cannabis. That was a
that was
part of their
4, 3,
whole
2,
beat.
1. Leo was right.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So that was a part of their beat. But again, how that song is rappable. You can rap those lyrics back. You're not just listening to see what he said. Like those are very rappable songs back. And even if you look at how Cannabis responded to LL, it's a line or two that's rappable back, but that song isn't as like friendly or word friendly as you or playback. It didn't have that playback ability. Like I wanted to hear it so I could rap this back. I just wanted to hear it back to see what he said. After that, I ain't really worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Drake's song could be played a year or two later, just like the back-to-back with Meek Mills. Like you can still play that today as if it's a regular song, even though it's a diss. And I think that he has to get credit for that, even though I think that's a corny way to respond to it when it's just on lyricists, when I know that Drake could go harder lyricist wise. But I also do understand that this is also a troll to Kendrick on why he's hot. That's what I said. Like it's hard to score it, but when you look at the layers, this is like one of the most clever battles like all together to me, because there's so many layers. Because like I said, Drake is really doing this on some clubby stuff where with some people could say it's corny, and then on the other end of it, you got to look at it like, dang, this is how high he is, that he could do whatever he want and still talk trash about you and still be winning. Like he don't even got to score hard to hit Kendrick. Kendrick has to score hard on every one to win because of the time that he's been out. And I think that that's unfair because of the art. Like we're looking at this as just art. I think Kendrick is smashing, bro, because he's really dropped like the beat with 616 by Drake putting Tupac and Snoop in the jump, and that being an AI of Tupac, like an AI of Snoop, like, and by that being him being from the Kendrick being from the West Coast, like that's a shot. Even though I don't respect that, I still think it's a crazy shot.
Oh no,
by Kendrick doing the 616 jump on Pac birthday. Doing one of the Taylor Swift beats to basically say that you're a pop artist. I don't even have to use a real hip hop beat to battle against you. It being one of Taylor Swift fans' favorite beats. Like Twitter and the internet is it's filled with information of so many things that the layers to just the title of that was so crazy to me. I do think that that's last in my selection of disses out of the three. And Meet the Grams, oh my gosh! Even if it is, even if it is the rhetoric, like regurgitated rhetoric, it's the fact that he layered it in a family setting. Like he layered it as I'm talking. I sat down and I talked to each and one of your family members, so it wasn't like I'm just bringing this up about your kid, like nobody knew about it. Instead of me bringing up your kid to the world, bro. Oh my gosh! Lyrically, spin wise, like a battle, that was crazy. That was crazy. Like if it was with no beat and just a battle rap form, it would have went crazier. It would have went crazier without a beat. With the beat, I think it kind of like dimmed it down because, like I said, people pay more attention to the beat because again, Drake has that. He has that ability to be able to take over a club, and you're not gonna play Kendrick's beefs in the club.
I mean, no, but there's Summer using this Summer. I mean, Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like you really think about. You know what I mean? How deep that beat goes. You think about the artists that's used that beat for what they've used. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Like, can I chime in one time? Madonna came back real smooth off of that knockdown, just to throw that out there, man. It's the 7th round. Madonna came back smooth. But go ahead, back to what y'all was saying. Madonna has come back strong.
Yeah, I'm about to get, hold up. I was about to get to that. So right now, my scorecard right now, I have actually Tekka up 5-2. Excuse me, 4-2. I think he's been landing the heavier punches. I feel like Madonna's won about 2 rounds here, especially that 6th round. Madonna put in some good work. But how about you, Ro? What you think so far?
I'm more of a 4-3. I'm 4-3. You know what I'm saying? You 5-2. I'm more 4-3. I think the knockdown was an 8. That was an 8-10 round. You know what I'm saying? I think that was an 8 round. You know what I'm saying? So he got lost 2 points there. So I think that you got to count that. But other than that, I think I would give Madonna 3 rounds. I give him the 1st. I give him the 6th. And then I probably give him the 5th.
This is the 7th right now. You'll give him the 5th.
Right. Sorry. No. Yeah, well, I'm at 4. No, sorry. I'm at 5-2 then. Yeah, but I'll give him 2 rounds at least, minimum. Yeah. I'll give him 2 rounds.
I mean, That's why I said I'm at 4-2 right now.
Yeah,
I'll
4-2.
give him
I
that.
give him 2 rounds, but
Yeah.
no. But again, it's only because of the knockdown. I feel like it's a little bit of separation, but not by much.
Yeah, no, I mean he
Not by
got
much.
a round. This round is the round he could get back into this fight, which is why we're coming in right now in the 7th round. But he's been on his back foot a lot this round, kind of, not imposing his will as much, but he is fighting off the back foot okay. But the thing is that when fighters fight off of their back foot, their power hand, when that drops, that puts them in dangerous situations, you know?
Yeah, I
And you
agree.
can see him constantly. This the thing though, he's been switching back a little bit from southpaw to orthodox, and that shows a bit of his good skill, Maidana.
But
But
let me say this
Barrios,
too, just to throw this out there. Madonna is best when he's throwing combos. I don't know why he isn't throwing more of them. I mean, to me, he's best when he's being aggressive. And we haven't really seen that. To me, the level of aggression that he needs to have to win the fight. That's the only knock I would put on him. And maybe it's because he might, maybe he can't handle the power from Barrios like that. But
yeah,
I think he should be more aggressive. Personally, I think his combos are really good. He just got to throw more of them.
yeah, Barrios. This the thing. Barrios is a Mexican style fighter, and we're going to see a lot of Mexican style fighters in this fight. I mean, on this night, because they march forward, they apply pressure, they continue to move forward no matter what, no matter how hard you hit them. That is the style of a Mexican fighter. And so I don't know if Maidana is used to being the guy on the back, which is why I think he's having a bit of trouble. But I will say this, he done swole up Mario Barrios' eye. That eye look bad. That eye look bad. I will say that.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah, it's definitely swollen. It's definitely swollen on. It's definitely swollen. I mean, but again, I just think he should throw more combos and should throw more punches just to give himself a chance to separate himself. In there. They got a lot of fighters, especially of the Latin descent. They got a lot of fighters in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Who came out to see this? They just showing some of the fighters that they got in the building. It's a lot of fighters from the Latin community who really came out to show some love tonight. Shout out to all the Latin community that's out there listening. I know y'all might be listening in wherever you could get the fight or tuned in or you're at work, wherever you're at, man. We're going to give y'all that good play-by-play, man. So I just wanted to shout y'all out, man. I know Cinco de Mayo weekend, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about the Kendrick and Drake spot a little bit. Right now, I feel like it's tied. I feel like, as a matter of fact, I feel like Kendrick got a little bit of the edge because of his recent diss. But I think that Drake can respond, and if Drake responds strong enough, then we are back on even playing field. I feel like right now we've seen 2 really good disses from each of them, and then I would add 616 as my honorable mention for Kendrick's 3rd diss. But because Kendrick has 5 diss songs out, don't get me wrong, he dropping bombs on Drake, so Drake gotta respond. You know what I mean? Because Kendrick's more than likely going to drop another bomb either tonight or tomorrow, and say, Drake, where you at? You know what I mean? The same thing that Drake did to him, now he turns into the troll. It's been happening over and over again, and Kendrick said he got 5 more for Drake, basically.
I think his strategy is pretty good, though. I think he's going to say, hey, Drake, he feel like Drake going to run out of bullets. Where, that's a strategy as well. You got to give credit for that one too. You feel like, hey, I got my clip is unlimited, and you eventually run out of bullets.
Yeah, especially with Drake, especially with him calling a pedophile. He just taking, and what I do like what Kendrick is doing is he's taking one song to address one subject. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty in it. He writes a whole song about this one subject for the most part, other than Euphoria. Right now, the scorecard, Larry Hazard's scorecard is 68-64 for Barrios. They got Barrios winning the first, and they have Madonna winning the second, and Madonna winning one other round, which appears to be the 6th round. But they're saying it's all Barrios right now.
Ooh.
And I kind of feel that way. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Maidana's fighting, but I feel like the heavier punches is just coming from Mario Barrios. And Mario Barrios is walking him down throughout the whole fight.
I agree with you there. Like I said, I just feel like Barrios is just not Maidana is just not aggressive enough. I feel like when he do show a little aggression, he has some leeway with it, but I'm not sure that he could really take the power of Barrios. I mean, just in my opinion, I'm not sure that the power is there for him, or he's not able to absorb the power. That's why he's not really throwing. He's playing a little defense and trying to stay on his back foot to just protect himself a little bit. He's not active enough to win the fight. Not against this fighter. This fighter is going to be active. Barrios is going to be active.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, Barrios is one of those fighters that's going to keep walking forward.
Yeah, Barrios is going to be active.
Walking forward.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, like I was saying about the Drake and Kendrick battle, I don't feel like either one of them has ethered. None of them have been ethered. None of them have been hit them up yet.
Uh-oh.
Still, yeah,
Tank
Davis at the Canelo Alverez fight. Tank Davis at the Canelo Alverez fight, posting up with Canelo. Canelo said that Tank Davis is his favorite fighter.
All right. Shout out to Canelo for that one. I think that's really good for fighters to really, especially in today's climate. It's good to see fighters really show each other love and really go out, jump out there to give each other, enough credit towards each other. So shout out to everybody out there for that. Shout out to Canelo for that, for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's really, really, really positive for boxers to do that, especially boxers in different weight classes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Barrios is still on that front foot, man. And Barrios this is the 9th round, and throughout these first 8 rounds, I feel like Barrios just has been just hungrier. You know what I mean? It looks like Maidana thought that he was going. His name is TNT. He's got some knockouts. He has that Maidana heritage where Marcos Maidana is a heavy puncher, and so Mario Barrios is showing that he's a warrior and showing that even with a mouth in his eye, he can go forward.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So overall, in boxing, right? Over let's say for the next 6 months, what do you see? How do you think this thing is going to play out in boxing? Do you think anybody really separates themselves over, let's say, the next 12 months? Do you think anybody really separates themselves? And what fights would we like to see in boxing?
I mean, to be honest, Tank Davis, Frank Martin is going to show the landscape of a lot. If Frank could come in and upset Tank, which I don't think is going to happen, that can change things in the landscape of boxing. I think Tank Davis wins that fight pretty handedly. I think that Tank Davis is going to separate himself a bit. Bud Crawford is saying that he's going to try to collect all of the belts at I believe 160. That's his next fight, and he has the best card I have seen in boxing in a long time. If you want to see good boxing, you want to see good matchups, you have to tune in to that Bud Crawford card. You got to.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull it up now, but Bud Crawford's card is amazing. Okay. And so I think that a lot of people are gonna, if you don't take it serious, you're gonna miss out on a really good card.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Bud could separate himself a bit.
What do you think about this Tyson fight coming up with Jake Paul? We might as well get into that. What you think about the Tyson and Jake? What y'all think about the Tyson and Jake Paul fight coming up?
Jake Paul. This the thing. And I hate to say this, and I hope it don't happen. but I think Jake Paul could knock out Mike Tyson.
You think Tyson taking one too many fights?
Man, Tyson is 57, 58 years old. You know,
yeah.
Jake Paul is a young, he might not be the best boxer, you know what I mean? But somebody fighting somebody that age that has been hit in the head that many times, I don't know, man. If Mike's defense is good that night, look for Jake Paul to get knocked out, though.
That's what I was about to ask you. Does Jake Paul have an opportunity to be knocked out? Can Tyson knock out Jake Paul?
For sure. For sure. Not a thought in my mind to say that a 57, 58-year-old Tyson can't knock Jake Paul out.
Is that the end of Jake Paul if he gets knocked out? Is that the end? Is that the end of him?
Hell no. He got knocked out by Mike Tyson.
He's more popular if it happens.
Look here, man.
He's more popular if he gets knocked out, Mike.
I'm not even gonna play with Mike Tyson like that. That's like playing with Sugar Ray Robinson in his older days. He wasn't nothing to be messed with, even though he was an old dog. He was still biting.
Y'all know the stipulations to that, John Doe? It's a tag team fight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's him and his brother.
Oh wow.
And him and his brother can get in the ring at the same time.
I did not see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's in the contract, bro. That's what I said. I don't like that. I was gonna go to it until I heard that. I'm not going now.
Yeah, why would I go to that?
I want to watch that. I don't care if you do knock him out. I don't think that I don't want to watch two white men beat on a black man that's 60 years old. That's a crime. I don't care whether he signed up for it or not. Like, that's fucking criminal.
But why? My thing is this: for Jake Paul to even do that, I kind of lose a little bit of respect for him. I would have told them I don't even want nothing like that. I wouldn't have suggested it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have accepted those terms.
I wouldn't have accepted those terms either. I mean, just me. I wouldn't have, especially if I'm trying to build a career in boxing and build up some respect. I'm not about to me and my brother going here against Mike Tyson. If I'm trying
He's a clown, man.
Yeah,
he's a clown.
If I'm trying to build some respect. I can't do that. Not in the field. That's like me trying to build some respect in basketball. I'm playing Jordan 1-on-1. You know, it's a 60-year-old Jordan. But yeah, I get to bring somebody else in here with me for a 60-year-old Jordan. And I'm 25. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So I'm not with that stipulation either. I think that was really that's outlandish.
Yeah, let me I'm actually going to look at the stipulations of it right now on my way.
Barrios, it seems to have a full control of this one, man.
Barrios is running away with this fight. I mean, just to be honest, you ain't even got to have the interest in it, right? Just know that Mario Barrios is on the front foot, throwing his jab very effectively, landing a lot of punches, and Maidana has not landed anything that, from what I've seen, have of significance for maybe 3 rounds now.
Yeah, I agree. This was really, but I think Maidana was outmatched in this one. He was outmatched in this one. I mean, again, maybe it's because physically, I'm not sure he's just trying to defend himself more than play offense. And I just think that's a bad combination because you don't really make the other man defend himself when you do that. You know, he's essentially almost teeing off, even though Maidana has gotten some good shots in because Barrios got a couple noggins over there. They doing the Tank J. Davis interview. You want to get this?
Yeah.
Great show, January the 15th.
It'll be 14 months. June 15th.
Yeah.
It'll have been 14 months since you fought. How do you combat the rust, and do you feel that at all?
I don't feel no rust, but I wouldn't quite know till I get inside the ring. But I'm doing things, I'm training much harder. I've been grinding each and every day just so I can come back and put on a great performance. I know that I've been off for 14 months, so I know that I got to come back much harder than I was. So we're working every day to deliver that come June the 15th.
We're looking forward to it. Who do you like in the Canelo fight?
I got to go with Canelo. Great luck to everybody that fought tonight, but I'm going with Canelo.
We'll see you June 15th. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, more back to you.
Yeah, Tank Davis. Been out the ring 14 months. Last fight, Ryan Garcia, win by knockout. I
June
mean,
15th. June 15th. June 15th, man. I'm excited to see Tank. Tank, like he said, Tank hasn't fought. By then, Tank wouldn't have been in 14 months. That's a long layoff. That is definitely a long layoff. So I'm definitely excited to see Tank, man. We ain't seen him in a while. I mean, do you think that the layoff will affect him in any sort of way? What y'all think about that?
no. Short answer, no. Absolutely not.
I think it will. I think he'll start off slow in that fight.
I don't think so because what people fail to realize, Tank is a fighter through and through. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't got no, you know what I'm saying, nothing else. He might go out and have a good time, but Tank is a fighter through and through. And I believe that Tank is gonna be ready. Let's not forget Tank spars all the time. It ain't like he ain't been in a ring fight. He been sparring.
Right. I agree with
He
that.
been getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So Tank is still Tank. You know, so I believe he's gonna be ready for this one. I believe
right
he's
now,
more than ready.
Yeah, right now I would say that Tank is an elite fighter. He's been on this stage before. Frank Martin's never been on that elite stage. It's a big stage, trust me. It's not just the fight. It's the crowd that's bigger than what you used to. It's the level of competition is better than what you used to. It's a lot of stuff stepping up. And right now they got Barrios 98-91. The only round that they have won for Maidana would be the second round. And I pretty much feel the same way.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out there listening. You know, I just wanted to, my bad. Let me chime in. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. It's one of our biggest shows today. I know y'all can't see everything, whatever platform you are, but collectively, man, it's one of our bigger shows. So just shout out to everybody out there who's showing us love, man. Y'all already know what it is. You know, Ari said the real question would be who would win a fight between Drake and Kendrick. That's that's what Ari said. Let me go ahead and throw that on out there. He said, who would win the fight? And I'm sorry for getting to it a little bit late, Uri. I know I got to it a little later. But Uri said the real question is, who would win a fight between Drake and Kendrick? Who y'all got?
In one of Kendrick's videos, he was on the yard with the homies getting it in.
Yeah.
You hear me? So from where we come from, it ain't necessarily about how big you are. It's about the power of that punch. I done seen many of the dudes get dropped by a small homie. You hear me? So don't ever sleep on a little homie, because they will do that to you.
Right.
Real live.
What kind of fight?
He said a fight. He said a fight.
A boxing fight?
Let's say boxing. This is boxing tonight, so let's say boxing.
If we saying boxing, then I give it a 50-50 fight, but I would lean towards Drake because of the reach advantage. Drake's about, I think, like around 6'2" or something like that. He over 6 feet. Kendrick is 5'7". And Kendrick is a lot lighter than Drake. So meaning the weight class, Drake looks like he's about a middleweight at least. Kendrick will be more like probably like in Tank, like in the 140-pound weight division, like a super lightweight, you know, right before welterweight. So I would give the edge to Drake in that situation.
What about if they was the same size? What do you
I would get that edge to Kendrick because Kendrick got a body.
Right.
That don't mean that he could fight. We talking about in a boxing ring, bruh.
Drake is Canadian. They can only carry knives. Their crime rate is at 3% in the whole country. You can go look this up.
But I'm saying in a boxing ring.
Drake was raised in the suburbs. Kendrick was born in Compton.
That's
you hear me? Kendrick, they was in the front yard with no grass in the yard. It was dust and dirt. You hear me working out in one of his videos? Slim, I was like, oh, them some real niggas. That ain't for show. Them real niggas.
Bruh. So from what they say that Kendrick got Pyrus around him. If you listen to Kendrick music, it's a lot of Pyru references. You know, if you know about Pyrus on that other side, then you know. I would say that that gives Kendrick an edge, But when we talking
Well,
about
Drake got the
boxing,
mob ties. Drake got the mob ties.
but when we talk about boxing, I look at,
Did Drake get
I
jumped
would look
in?
at size advantage. It'll be a
Cause
decision.
that's what they do over there. Did Drake get jumped in? Did he get his
We
ass
don't know
beat?
if Kendrick got jumped in.
Kendrick
Did
did not get
Tupac get
jumped in.
jumped in? And he was all MOB.
Kendrick did not get jumped in. Kendrick is only affiliated. He is not actual member, so meaning he never got jumped in either. So and I believe Kendrick is family affiliated. I'm not going to say everything about that man like I know everything
Okay.
about him, but
Okay. I'm just saying.
from
I'm just asking
and
questions. I'm
I'm
not
gonna put
saying I
my
know
source.
all that. I'm just asking
Listen, I'm gonna
questions.
put my source on the line for this because everybody, this is a thing that they can go look up themselves. It was just a recent interview with Whack 100 where they were talking about when Drake came over there to do the video with the game. He said Drake was scared, basically. But he also said that if Kendrick Lamar wanted to push the button on Drake at that time, that Kendrick would have been able to push the button on Drake at that time. But he said it would have had to been a squabble, one-on-one in the middle of the street, basically because Drake is over there with the game. You get what I mean? So now, Kendrick, you kind of stepping on my toes coming over here trying to beef with my man, but you can have that fair one in the middle of the street type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And Aries also said if Canelo fights like Canelo, he can't see him losing this fight tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Canelo, to me, just in my opinion, Canelo is right now the greatest boxer still, well, no, second greatest, maybe I don't know, second greatest boxer active right now. I'ma only say second greatest, and this fight is over. It looks like Mario Barrios is gonna walk away with this win. Harvey Dock was the ref, the same ref that was saving Devin Haney's ass last week. but I'm gonna say,
know what's crazy about this? If you look at both of their faces, you would have really thought that Barrios lost this fight. If you just look at both of their faces after the fight, you just like, hey, this man got a bunch of shiners. He lost. But actually, he didn't lose. He won pretty handily. I just don't understand it, but that's what happened.
Well, you would say that, but Barrios was just, some people just get knotted up easy. I'm gonna say that. You got some people that just get knotted up really, really easy. And I don't know if that was Barrios, or sometimes you just land that good punch on your opponent.
Now, hold on. It depends on how we looking at it. Does his face look like Rockman Lewis, or does it look like Martin Tommy Hearns?
Nah. It's just it's a mouse on his eye. It's a mouse on his eye.
Yeah.
It's
nothing outlandish. Nothing too bad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too bad.
You said he got the mouse on the eye?
Yeah.
Oh man, he got the oversized jelly bean.
Yeah. Right now. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care if it's a mouse on my eye if I whooped your ass for 12 rounds. You got a good punch. I got a good fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you want to do the score?
You do the score for me.
All right. Hold on. Yeah.
As expected.
Barrios. It's not even a whole, you know what I'm saying? Barrios.
As expected. Yeah, it was clear.
Barrios. That's not even it's Barrios unanimously.
Barrios, this the thing. Barrios is in a 147-pound weight division. And right now he's the interim champion. We're gonna take it to Barrios real quick.
I know he came in for a hard 12 rounds, man. My hats off to Magad. He came in here like a warrior, how I thought he was. It's always these type of fights that are always the ones that you don't see coming, that are usually the hardest. And but yeah, it was a great fight.
Your eye is basically closed. How much did it affect you here in the later rounds?
I started feeling it right away. It was hard to find my range. get my rhythm and everything down. He had good lateral movement. He was picking his shots really well, and but yeah, it definitely played a factor. I'm not happy with my performance, but thank you for everybody being here. I appreciate the support. A todos mi gente mexicano, a todos que están aquí de San Antonio. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Good luck with your time. Thank you, Jim.
They even asked him about the shiner. The shiner is pretty shiny. It's shining, baby. The shiner is shining. So that's why.
Yeah, I heard him say the eye closed. Your eye pretty much closed. Good God, somebody.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened. I don't know when that happened, but it happened at some point. You know,
He must have got hit with that fight night haymaker.
Yeah,
come over the top joint.
Nice jump early in the fight. And I mean, to be honest, this is why you talk about defense. Because once you get hit one time in that spot and you keep getting hit in that spot, it will begin to swell. So you got to have a sharp defense, you know, really, really sharp defense.
Yeah.
And you know what time it is. It's time for the main event, fellas.
Okay.
Time for the main event.
Okay. Y'all, anybody want to switch up? Anybody want to switch up their predictions?
No, I'm standing tall on mine. Canelo for the knockout, 6th round. Munguia, sorry, baby. You be 43-1, Holmes.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to lose your first fight. I mean, to Canelo, I'm not going to say that this is, you know, so if he was going to lose, it would be tonight. However, I'm still going to stick with the underdog. Munguia, baby. Munguia for the decision.
Decision. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know
Munguia
about that.
for the decision or the knockout. I think he gets to knock him out to win. I don't think he's going to get a decision if it goes to the decision. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
But I do.
I'm really hard.
That's why I said I'm gonna go for a later round knockout or even a well up knockout. You know, but I'm gonna say knockout because I don't think he's gonna get a decision.
Now, what I will say is the boy do got an impressive record. He's 43-0, 34 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He's impressive. But Canelo, he's still toe to toe with the best of them. So, and Canelo is shorter than him. I believe Canelo is going to dig in his rib cage and hit with a mean uppercut. It's going to be over.
I mean, for sure. Canelo Alverez, 62-2 with 39 knockouts. Haney Munguia, 43-0 with 34 knockouts. They both represent Mexico. This is the main event. It is up next. I really feel like if Munguia upsets Alverez on Mexican Independence Day, this will probably be the biggest win in Mexican boxing history. I just think it will be. You know, right now, I think that you got a very small chance of that happening, but it will be the biggest upset. It will be a bigger upset than Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney for sure. But it will be probably the biggest upset of Mexican boxing history, period.
You think so?
Yeah. Canelo, right now, Canelo is the next thing. I feel like he's probably surpassed De La Hoya.
Think so?
Close, yeah.
I don't know if he surpassed De La Hoya. I'm not gonna say he surpassed De La Hoya.
Canelo been the face of boxing for a while.
But De La Hoya was the face of boxing for a while too, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I just
if anything, he's approaching De La Hoya. But has he passed De La Hoya? Nah, De La Hoya was a household name. Now, Canelo is, I don't think he's all the way crossed over yet. I'm not sure. I don't think he's crossed over all the way yet. And I feel like De La Hoya did have that crossover moment.
But when I'm talking about, but
how far Canelo got to go to crossover?
Nowhere.
Honestly,
like, he's the biggest name in boxing, bro.
He's top 5 right now.
He's gonna have to take. I think he has to take bigger fights. I think you got to take bigger fights in order.
This is a big fight. I think this one.
This is no Munguia. Yeah, this is official. This is a big fight. I just think he has to take. I think he has to take.
But is it he having to take big fights, or is the competition there?
That might be it too.
No,
it might be a lack of bigger name. It might be a lack of big name.
No. The competition is there, and right
What
now,
I mean by that, let me clarify that. What I mean by that competition being there, what I mean by saying that is it's a competition because see he can only fight who's in front of him. We can't get mad at who's in front of him. The guy who got in front of him who's actually made it there to get in front of him. You know.
Well, the thing is that most boxing fans feel like he should not even be fighting Jaime Munguia right here. He should be fighting David Benavidez.
Right.
And that is a asterisk on his record right now that he has not stepped up to the plate and fought David Benavidez.
So is David the older brother or the younger brother?
Younger brother.
I seen David get his ass whooped.
No.
Canelo will pulverize
undefeated.
that boy.
No, he is undefeated. You have never seen him get his ass whooped.
The younger brother?
The younger brother. Jose, you're talking about the older brother who turns Crawford knocked out. The younger brother, David, has not lost. Jose Benavidez has lost.
I still think Canelo whooped him too.
I don't think he whoops him. I think that's the closest thing to a 50-50 fight that Canelo has in his weight class right now. You know?
And how old is Canelo?
Canelo's still young. Canelo is about 35, 30. Let me double check. Yeah, Canelo.
How long has he been? How long he been boxing though?
He been boxing for a long time.
Yeah, so that'll put some wear and tear on that boy. But hey, your record is what your record is. Yeah, your record is what your record is.
Over 60 fights at 33, that's a lot. But honestly,
64.
Legacy-wise, whenever there is an opponent, right, that is knocking at your door in your weight class, and everybody wants you to fight him, and you don't fight him, and this goes for every boxer. This went for the Floyds. This went for Mike Tyson at one point in time with Evander Holyfield. Yeah. This went for a lot of other fighters. When you don't fight him, they put asterisks next to your name. Now, are you still fighting top level competition? Yes, but that's the fight people want to see. You know what I mean? And so,
well, I think he playing his cards to build it up to that. Well, all right, I'm gonna show y'all what it is.
Canelo said that he would take 150 to 200 million to fight him.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Do they even have that to give him?
Exactly. You're pricing yourself out to fight. That's a duck move. That's a duck move to me.
I think so too. I agree with you there.
The money line right now, -500 for Canelo, +360 for Jaime Munguia. Winner by TKO, knockout or disqualification, +170 for Canelo, +950 for Jaime Munguia. Go to distance, +175 for Canelo, -130 for Jaime Munguia. Over under 10.5 rounds, -215. Over for Canelo. And the under would be +155, Jaime Munguia. So here's the thing.
So what would you bet? What's the bet look like? If you placing your bet tonight, fellas, what does y'all bets look like tonight?
If I'm betting, I'm betting that it goes the distance. I'm gonna go over the 10.5. That will be my best bet. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like Canelo may win with by decision, so that's a good bet as well. Even though I call for knockout, like you said, a good bettor is not going to bet on feelings. Okay, let me go through the tail of the tape real quick too before everybody gets their things in. Canelo Alvarez 33, Jaime Munguia 27. Canelo Alvarez 166 and 3/4. Jaime Munguia 167 and a half. Height as the advantage for Jaime Munguia. He is 6 feet. Canelo Alvarez is 5'7" and a half. The reach advantage goes to Jaime Munguia, 72-inch reach versus Canelo 70 and 1/2 reach. But go ahead, y'all can go into the bets now.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna go the distance. If I had to bet it now, you talking about my money. Now on the show, I'm gonna bet Munguia because but we talk about my money. I'm gonna just bet Canelo Alvarez for the distance. Safest bet on the board for me.
Yeah.
Safest bet on the board. I'm gonna go Canelo Alvarez for the distance because he hasn't in the last 5 fights. Canelo Alvarez has not knocked anybody out. But
exactly.
Let's go to as we started the introductions yet. Oh no, we'll
no, no, you can go ahead. This is the Mexican national anthem.
I just saw people. I saw people standing there with I saw the whole band out there. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, this is just something different.
This the Mexican. This will be the Mexican. What's the name?
Is that the mariachi band?
Yeah, they got the mariachi band out there.
Yeah, that's the mariachi band.
National anthem.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. Y'all are pouring in tonight, man. It's one of our biggest shows. Period, on any platform or any of the different shows we have, which is we got the Nature Sports Network all the way this is the cash for the Nature Sports Network. We got the Score to Fight, man. It's one of the biggest shows we got, period. You know what I'm saying? Coming on in. Like y'all say, I guess you're right, Point. Canelo Alvarez brings in the numbers. I guess you might be right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, Canelo bringing in the numbers. I'm gonna be real. Like the one thing that I can say, about Canelo Alvarez is that's why I say he is still the face of boxing. I feel like that's why they're cross promoting Tank Davis and Canelo Alvarez. You get what I'm saying? Because they need each other now because they are the cream of the crop. They the top dogs, and the next big fight is Tank Davis. That's the next big fight. Versus Frank Martin, who I think doesn't stand a very good chance of winning that fight. But I'm not going to cut Frank out. Frank is a very good fighter. They have already sparred before. It's pretty cool.
Ron Garcia said he got Frank Martin winning that fight over Tank. That's what Garcia said. I don't know how much of how much you could put into that, but that is exactly what Ryan Garcia said. Ryan Garcia
is still seeing stars 14 months later after Tank knocked him out. He ain't, he's still seeing Tank Davis stars. He can't talk right when it's coming to Tank.
Would you like to see a Garcia Tank Davis too? Would y'all like to see that?
No.
Yes, I would.
Tank Ryan out again.
Unlike Rolly. I would like to see
it. I think it would be good for boxing.
I'd like to see it again.
Bro, why are you putting him up against people he already knocked out? It's not like they went the distance. The only person I want to see Tank fight again might be Pitbull Cruz.
No, I want to see him fight Ryan Garcia again. I want to see him fight Ryan again. Because Ryan talking about if I was 150, I would have. Look here, boy. Let me show you what this thing do.
Bruh,
I want to see him knock Ryan out again.
This is the thing about Ryan, right? For Tank to fight Ryan, Tank got to go up in weight. It makes no sense for Tank to chase Ryan all the way to welterweight, 2 weight classes away from where he's at right now.
I agree.
It makes no sense.
I agree with that part.
It makes no sense.
I agree with that part.
So if he gonna fight again, that means Ryan gonna have to come down at a catch weight.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm saying. He's the champ. Why am I chasing you? You come down to my weight class, so I can beat your ass again.
But he's not. But no way. Ryan already said that he can't make 140. He can't make 135. There's no way he's making 135. He said his lowest weight right now is 143. That's the lowest he can get. Meaning he got to fight at 147 for real.
Yeah, that's what that means. You got to fight at 147.
You got to fight at 147.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Ain't that
who just won is one of the 147-pound champions. Boots Ennis is one of the 147-pound champions, and right now Terrence Crawford still has 2 belts at 147.
But that's what I was going to ask you. So, would you want to see Crawford and Garcia?
No, he would wash him, and Crawford's about to fight at 160 anyway. He would wash Ryan Garcia in 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Wash him. I would like to see Boots Ennis and Ryan Garcia potentially, though. I think that might be an interesting fight.
Right.
I think Boots Ennis is one of the guys right now that is very, 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 very scary for a lot of opponents. I don't think that there's a lot of guys that can hang with Boots Ennis when it comes to getting into that ring. And Jaime Munguia is on his ring walk right now. Just to let you guys know.
Shout out Munguia. Yeah, Munguia. We gonna get that money today, Munguia. We gonna get that money today, Munguia.
Jaime Munguia is 2-0 versus world champions with 1 knockout.
See, y'all sleeping on Munguia. Y'all sleeping.
Bruh, that means he's only
was them champions Mexican, and was it Canelo?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that means Munguia has only been in 3 championship fights. Or 3 championship caliber fighters, which is like, it's not fair almost even, you know? This is why, don't get me wrong, I think Munguia has what we call a puncher's chance. Every single fight at that top level, you have a puncher's chance.
This man is 43 and sorry, let me make sure I get this right. 43 and now. He got more than a puncher's chance. Let's give this man a little bit of credit, man, for being 43. And meaning he's never lost. No losses. 0. How many losses Canelo got? 2. And he got 2 ties.
I agree.
He also got 60 wins to go with that, though.
He has 39 knockouts. Jaime Munguia got 43 fights.
But Jaime Munguia in those 43 fights got 34 knockouts. His radius is high of knocking out is higher than Canelo's.
Because Canelo been fighting world champions for like 10 years straight now.
I get it.
So it's a different level. Even look.
That's what you hold up. This is the same speech and rationale you gave with Devin Haney last week.
No, I did not.
Go back to the tape, y'all. Go back to the tape. Is on there.
I said Ryan Garcia is no slouch. He's a 15.
You did say that.
He's a 15-time amateur champion, and he has a very good chance at winning that fight.
You did say that.
Absolutely said
but you
that.
also said that I said, hey, you know, Ryan Garcia got more knockouts than Devin Haney, and you said what? Oh, he's been fighting higher level of competition.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that, which he has. Devin Haney got a higher. Devin Haney fought Loma. Devin Haney for Josh Taylor. Devin Haney for Regis Prograve. Devin Haney does have a better resume than Ryan Garcia, for sure.
I agree.
But Ryan Garcia got the Devin Haney win on his resume. Even though right now it looks like that win is going to be reversed.
Yeah.
So
you think they're gonna reverse it? You think they're gonna go all the way to reverse the whole win?
That's what Devin Haney is aiming for, him to get that blemish taken off his record.
Woo!
Because of the PEDs.
That's heat.
You know?
That's heat.
Like even right now on Devin's X, which is Twitter, he's on there.
That's heat. You got Canelo Alverez on his way to the ring.
Tank and all of them. Yes, this is the Canelo ring walk.
Yes, indeed. Canelo on his way to the ring. I mean, he got a nice, cool little thing going there. You know what I mean? It's all blacked out like the Bulls, and it's all red and all. He got a nice little thing going. You know, shout out to Canelo for the intro. You know, he got smoke. He got smoke and all this the nuances. You know, it looked good, baby. It looked good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to Canelo, man, for that good looking intro ring walk. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate on it. It looked real good, baby. It looked real good, man. You know, I hope you ain't got no cool looking ring walk and you lose though. That's the worst. That's the worst. but it's all blacked out. You know what I'm saying? The whole stadium black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Canelo, man. It was good. He got the rappers with him. He got the rappers with the CM joint with him. Hey, now.
Yeah, now Tank Davis. I'm gonna say this now. Tank Davis, they said an hour ago said that he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson next after Frank Martin.
Woo.
He wants to stop Shakur. Yeah,
I'm ready for that one. I'm ready for that one.
Back to the Canelo ring walk. See, Canelo ring walk starts at red, and then it goes into green. So he has the red, white, and the green for his ring walk, which is pretty epic. I think that he does it a little bit different than anybody else has done it before in Mexico. You know, right now you see how everything green right now. If you could see the fight.
Yeah. Shout out to Mexico, man. Y'all representing tonight. You know what I'm saying?
This is Mexican Independence Day, and y'all are with Score the Fight right here, live on the Nature Network. You know what it is. We got Point B, of course, in the building. We got ETA Money Row, of course, in the building. We got Big Son, of course, still in the building. Uptown Vito, still in the building. You know what I mean? This is the main event. This is the moment that we all been waiting for tonight. You know, this is the Canelo Jaime Munguia. You know, of course, Canelo is a undisputed champion in his weight class. And Jaime Munguia is trying to come take them 4 belts off of Canelo Alverez.
Yeah.
Canelo Alverez,
main event.
Dolce and Gabbana poncho tonight. He has, it looks like black and light blue colors. If I'm not mistaken, yes, that's exactly what it looks like. Jaime Munguia is, of course, in the Mexican colors, red, green, and white.
Okay, man. He got the Dolce. The Dolce. You know what I'm saying? Hey, now, you know what I'm saying? Dude got the DC on there. Yeah, Dolce and Gabbana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dolce. Not bad. Going in style, baby.
No, that's one thing. Canelo Alvarez has not broken into many markets, but I think he should break into the style market. He always seems to have a like how Mayweather did it, where he got outfits for the fight. Per fight, I'm gonna wear this outfit. You know what I mean? So I like the way Canelo do it. I think he learned a great deal from Floyd in that aspect. And now we got Jimmy Leonard Jr. about to do the announcements.
Let's get this announcement in.
Brought to you by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Golden Boy Promotions and Xanther Boxing Promotions. And presented by Corona Premier, the exceptional light beer. It's fight night. Light it up. By VMC Tequila Cocktails, El Origen Ante Todo. By El Mexicano brand products, bring authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. By Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, only in theaters May 24th, and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. This undisputed World Championship is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, the WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, the IBF President Daryl Peoples, and the WBO President Francisco Valcarcel. Along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the chairman is Dallas Hahn, executive director Jeff Mullen. Introducing our 3 judges, scoring from ringside. From Nevada, Tim Cheatham. From Oklahoma, David Sutherland. And from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Introducing our 3rd man in the ring, our referee in charge of the action, Thomas Taylor. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in an all-Mexico battle for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's prime time!
Okay now. Okay.
On my right, the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing colors of the Mexican flag, red, white, and green with black trim, hailing And at 167.5 pounds, he is undefeated in his campaign of the ring with a record of 43 wins, no losses, 34 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight in his 7th world title appearance, he aims to capture the undisputed crown. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO 154-pound champion of the world.
Yeah.
The undefeated, all-action, battle-ready, hard-hitting world rank contender, introducing Haney Munguia. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing black trunks with Tiffany blue trim, and orgulloso guerrero de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He weighed in at a trim and ready 166.75 pounds with a tremendous career and a record of 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making the 4th defense of his undisputed title, here is the sensational star of boxing, the 4-division world champion and pound-for-pound great in his 25th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned, the current, the reigning and defending undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, presentando a Saúl Canelo Alverez.
Hey now.
Okay.
All right. It's time. Oh, everything is up.
Hold on. Line's a little high, so we're going full bell line here. All letters here. You got my instructions in the back, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, last chance to change it up. Who y'all got? Y'all still got the same people?
Yeah, I'm still rocking with Canelo.
I'm still rocking with Munguia. I'm gonna go with Munguia on a knockout.
Just by the look of him, I think Canelo might knock him out before I said he knock him out late. Out early.
No, I think Munguia ready to roll, baby. Munguia is ready to roll, and he gonna prove some people wrong. Munguia gonna prove them wrong, baby.
Okay.
You got the play-by-play.
Munguia is visibly taller than Canelo, and right now, Munguia is moving forward. Canelo is circling the ring a bit. You know, Canelo is that the type of guy that wants to get some downloads on you first. He wants to catch your speed. Munguia is visibly a lot bigger than Canelo, though, in my opinion. You know, that 6-foot frame, you know, same weight, but just the 6-foot frame looks a lot bigger.
And his reach. Munguia got a bigger, longer reach, too, just to add to that.
Just 2 inches. It's not not even 2 inches full, just 1.5 inches. That's the difference in their reach. Munguia is at 72 and Canelo is at 70.5, 70 and a half.
But if you add the height, it's a little bit more.
Okay, Munguia is on that front foot. Munguia is throwing shots early. Munguia is throwing a lot of shots early. Okay, Canelo returns a little bit of fire. Munguia stab jab to the bottom, and don't get me wrong, Munguia is throwing a triple jab, and that's doing a very good job. It seems like Munguia is really ready for this fight. Maybe this is a fight that he's been studying for a long time. He looks very confident. He's just, you know, throwing the shots, throwing the jabs, throwing a lot of spots to kind of throw Canelo off, high and low. He goes to the stab jab to the solar plex a little bit, and he's had some success there. And Munguia is throwing shots after shots. Every time Canelo gets in a little close, Munguia is throwing these shots. Right now, I would feel like Munguia has won this round. It's 2 minutes gone in this first round. It's 1 minute left. But so far right now, Munguia looked like he is taking control of this fight. Not to where anything hurts, but just, you know, this first round.
Munguia looks a little worn. He looks a little worn though.
Yeah.
Say that. He looks a little worn.
Is he punching himself out early?
Yeah. Let me say that. He looks a little worn.
A Canelo with a looping right hand that seems to land on the body. And Canelo lands another right hand on the body. Canelo moving forward a little bit. Munguia is throwing that punch. Munguia has some success with that jab. He's really getting a lot of success with the jab. A good combination right there with Munguia. None of it seems to be hurting Canelo, though, honestly.
Munguia's conditioning, to me, is a concern here.
Yeah, I don't see Munguia being able to do this late into the fight. And Canelo is ready to go 12 rounds, I'm sure. You know, look, he's running behind the ref a little bit. I'm going to give that first round to Munguia.
Yeah, that first round definitely went to Munguia, in my opinion. Definitely went to Munguia. But Munguia's, I mean, to me, from what I'm seeing, his conditioning is a concern here.
Yeah.
His condition is a concern because it seemed like halfway through that round, I mean, maybe not halfway, maybe 2 minutes throughout the round, that he punched himself out and he was sucking air and he tried to hold and do some other stuff in order to just keep him in it, and keep him lively. So Canelo could be baiting him in just to see, because Canelo didn't really do a lot in that first round. He just kind of, it seemed like he was just kind of trying to see how this guy was going to play it. It seems like he's giving him a lot of respect too, which shout out to Canelo for that.
Yeah, Freddie Roach is Jaime Munguia's trainer, and for some reason the ref came over and warned Jaime Munguia of something.
Probably hiding behind him.
You know. So the second round has started, and they started.
I expect Canelo to be more aggressive in this round.
Yeah, he's gonna move forward a little bit. Canelo, about the third round, you're really gonna see what he can do. And Canelo lands, gets out of the way of Munguia, sweeping right, and now Canelo gets out of the way of his right again toward the body. I mean, I don't think that Canelo is going to let you get a lot of cheap shots on his body, Munguia. You caught him early, but he's not going to let you score points like that. You know, Canelo with a 1-2, one to the head and one to the body, and it was devastating to me. Canelo is coming to fight. Munguia is keeping that jab out there with that triple jab. You know, he's trying to fight at that distance, trying to use his reach a bit to stay out of the range of Canelo. Canelo is one of those. Go ahead.
I think we've reached that spot where Munguia might punch himself out again.
I don't know, man. He's shooting that jab really good. I like the way he's shooting the jab at Canelo. Ooh, he landed a good right hand on Canelo.
Woo!
Canelo has one of the best chins in boxing, though. It's going to take more than a bomb, more than likely, to beat Canelo.
Munguia is active, though. Munguia is active. I like his action.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost say that this is right now, to me, a swing round, but you could almost say that Munguia won this round. So far, it is 1 minute and 20 left into the second round, and Canelo is still moving forward, though. Ooh, whoa, he rocked Munguia right there. Oh, man, with a good three-piece combination. Canelo, Alverez. Yeah, and so Canelo is now moving forward. Munguia is fighting back. It's fighting back.
Munguia doesn't look scared at all.
No, he doesn't look scared. Oh, he landed a very good 1-2 right there. Munguia is going on an attack. Munguia looks like he's landing a couple good punches. I feel like Munguia has had more moments in this round than Canelo so far.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I don't feel like any of those really hurt Canelo. But he's throwing some bombs. This is going back and forth. This is what you want to see. A Mexican showdown. And Munguia looks like he's pushing Canelo back a little bit now, to be honest. This is a really good fight. They just throwing 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. This has been pretty epic.
Now, the question is, can Munguia keep this up, meaning the activity? Because it seems like he's controlling Canelo with the activity, with the, throwing so many array of punches.
Yeah.
And he got a couple body shots, got a couple shots in on it, but because of he's super active right now. My thing is, can he keep that up? Canelo might be baiting him in too, because he seems to be getting a little bit comfortable. As as he's throwing them shots, it seems like he loosens up on his defense a little bit. So it could be a bait move by Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, Canelo is up off his stool early. He doesn't look like it's hurting him at all. Canelo doesn't look like he's breathing hard.
Right. And in later rounds, will Munguia run out of juice? And so Canelo will be a little bit fresher. That's another thing too. This 12 rounds, right?
Yes, it is. 12 rounds for all of the belts. Undisputed middleweight world title. Undisputed super middleweight world title. 168. Munguia just landed a very good right hand on Canelo. Very good right hand. He just landed another good right hand on Canelo. Canelo has ate both of those right hands, though. And that's the thing. Canelo has fought people in a bigger weight class. Jaime Munguia is having his moments right now, though. Left, right. Jaime Munguia is showing up big. Showing up really big. Jaime Munguia is looking very good in this fight so far. Very good. Right uppercut from Canelo Alverez lands. Jaime Munguia returns with a jab 1-2. And don't get me wrong, Canelo has got hit with a couple good shots in this round, but I mean, just seeing what Canelo's conditioning looks like, he looks like he's still marching forward. Jaime Munguia is throwing some bombs, though. I will say that. He's throwing some bombs, and I feel like maybe this round might go to Jaime Munguia. He might be up 3-0, depending on if you count that second round as a swing round, because that round could have went for Canelo as well. But right now, it is 124 left in the third round, and Canelo seems to be throwing the more punches right now, and Canelo's still going forward. Jaime Munguia had some moments early in this round, but seems to have slowed down a whole lot. Canelo with a counter right hand that lands flush right on his jaw.
It seems like Canelo's controlling this round here.
Yeah, definitely controlled this round. It is not that same rapid pace that Munguia was going at the first two rounds. And now that Munguia settled a little bit, he wanted to go up 2 quick rounds and maybe see if he could box a little bit. That might be a good strategy. Munguia got Canelo in the corner. None of those really landed. He only landed maybe one body blow out of the 5 punches. So I wouldn't score many of those. Right now, he's only landed to the body. He hasn't landed anything significant to the head since the first minute of the round. He landed a jab there, but nothing really significant. Yeah, I would probably get this round right here to Canelo Alvarez. They both landed at the same time.
Yeah.
And it looks like Munguia won that exchange.
No. Munguia might have took this round at the end.
Yes, Munguia definitely. Yes.
He might have took this round at the end.
He might have
took that at the end.
I would say Munguia definitely took that round at the end.
I don't know, man. Canelo, you gonna have to wake up. Canelo gonna have to wake up, man. I don't know.
I don't think Munguia could take Canelo punches, though, from what I see.
I'm just more with Munguia. My concern is him running out of steam. If he could keep up the pace,
Canelo looks mad.
Yeah.
Almost embarrassed right now. That is not a look that you want on Canelo Alvarez.
I mean, his face is red. His whole face is red. To be honest, and not for the fight. Not from the fight.
Yeah, he always gets red though. Like But if you look at his face, he does not look dazed or anything. He looks almost embarrassed. It was a very good combination at the end.
Yeah.
He snuck in that uppercut.
Yeah, he took that at the end.
He only really landed about 3 of those punches out of a 10-punch combination, but it looked good.
You can see Munguia's confidence raising, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Now, Munguia still has a very high guard, and I don't know if Canelo Alvarez is going to look to, go with that. But right now, Larry Hazard, which is their scorecard, has Munguia up 2-1. I could tell you that second round could have been a swing round. They could have given that to Canelo and probably did. Remember, I told you that second round.
It was close. The second round was close, but oh my goodness, Munguia again.
Munguia isn't landing those flurries though, and he's going to punch himself out with doing that a lot. If you're not landing, you got to land. But Munguia is throwing a
Canelo got him with a good one.
Oh my God. Munguia ate that one though. I respect Munguia. Munguia definitely ate that punch. Yeah, but that took a lot out of Munguia. You can tell. Munguia is throwing them though. Munguia is definitely throwing them. But Canelo, just look at what Canelo is. You see him calm. You see him moving around the ring. You see Munguia now starting to show signs of wear and tear just a little bit. You get what I mean? His mouth's open, he's not breathing really hard, but his mouth's open, and that's usually
some of the fatigue. That's my concern with him.
Yeah. Total jabs landed. Jaime Munguia's landed 24 versus Canelo Alvarez's 14. But since the last 2 rounds, they are within 1 punch. Jaime Munguia landed 7 in the first round, and Canelo Alvarez didn't land any. So that jab is coming into a point because Jaime Munguia is popping that jab, and he's having really good success against Canelo Alvarez with the jab.
A lot of it. I think
Jaime Munguia with a strong right hand. Oh my God. Oh man, Canelo turned his head all the way around. God, whoa. I don't think Munguia could go.
Munguia went down. Munguia went down.
Munguia went down. It might be over. It might be over.
No, I don't think it's over.
It might be over, bro.
He good. He's standing up. He got up quick.
26 seconds left. Does Canelo try to finish it here? He doesn't look like he's trying to finish it. But Munguia is coming back strong. But after that knockdown, Canelo doesn't even need to do much in this round.
He don't.
He can coast it out.
It's a 10-8.
Which he's not going to do. He's going to put a little pressure on him, but he's going to coast it out.
He's got to even fight now.
Yeah.
Got to even fight now.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to even fight now.
And honestly, Canelo got the edge.
Yes. Canelo got the edge with the knockdown. I agree with you.
Sat down on his stool all fight.
Yeah.
He is not settled. You know what that is a disrespect sign in boxing to show that I'm not even tired enough to sit on the stool.
But what did I say with Munguia throwing those flurries?
3-punch.
What did I say with Munguia throwing those shots? Canelo could be baiting them in because his defense. The more that you throw them punches, the less on the defensive side you have the energy to give.
Yeah.
And you saw that.
Munguia looks tired though.
He looks tired. The fatigue.
He looks tired.
The fatigue. Munguia needs a knockdown. He's gonna have to get a knockdown to even this out. You got to get a knockdown to even this out.
He's not. I don't see him getting a knockdown. I'm telling you. Well, don't get me wrong. Canelo, he has dropped some bombs on Canelo, but Canelo has a very solid chin.
Canelo see blood though. That gave Canelo a lot of confidence. That knockdown there, he knows where his sweet spot is. He knows how to attack him.
He does. He know that uppercut is he's susceptible to that uppercut after.
He found it. He found the sweet spot.
Yeah. But Canelo's such a boxer. Look, he going in with the boxing mentality, trying to see if he can get him up close. Right now, they have Canelo up on the scorecards by 1 point. They got Canelo winning rounds 2 and 4 with a 10-8 round in round 4. Yeah. I have something similar, basically, with round 2 being the swing round, the way you could swing it to Jaime Munguia or you can swing it to Canelo Alvarez. Right now, total punches landed in the power punches in the second round. Canelo was 11-5, so you're probably going to swing that to Canelo. Whoa, Jaime Munguia dropped a bomb on Canelo. Canelo ate it and kept moving. Right now, Canelo is still moving forward. just hit him with a 3-punch combo, and Canelo is on the attack. Munguia throws a jab, lands, but nothing significant. It is 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the 5th round. Jaime Munguia, Canelo Alverez. Canelo Alverez just served Jaime Munguia with a 4th round knockdown.
That knockdown was the worst thing that could have happened for Munguia, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that might sound cliche. I know for all the fans out there listening, that sounds cliche, but that is really the worst thing that could have happened because Munguia was really controlling the fight up until that moment.
So right now, Canelo Alvarez looks like he's toying with Munguia. It's a back and forth battle with Munguia's throwing some punches. Munguia's throwing a lot of arm punches, though. I see it don't got that same twist and pop, you know. Canelo, he throws that wide punch. Oh man, Munguia right there lands on Canelo and just keeps coming forward. Keep coming forward.
But it don't seem to be phasing Canelo.
No. It's not. Oh, good.
It just seems to be wearing out Munguia more than anything. Oh my goodness, Munguia.
Oh man, Canelo. That's what I'm saying. Canelo's landing the heavier blows.
Yeah.
Even though Munguia is the more active fighter up until this point, the heavier blows is coming from Canelo. Oh, Alvarez hits him with an uppercut. 23 seconds left in the 5th round. Munguia goes at Canelo with a 3-good combo. It slips one of his Canelo's jabs. But Canelo is still on the onslaught, man. Canelo moving forward. This is a very good fight, though. Shout out to Jaime Munguia already because he has already displayed some nice things inside the ring. But right now, I see Canelo, I see Canelo at the lead right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Munguia is really going to have to figure out how he can hurt Canelo because right about now, I mean, even though he is more active than Canelo, he's not really hurting him with much of anything. I mean, Canelo's just really eating a lot of that. And Canelo is picking his poison and picking his spots with Munguia. And again, Munguia seems to be a little bit fatigued because all of these punches that he's throwing at Canelo's blocking a lot of them. And it's wearing down Munguia on the defensive side. And Canelo's kind of playing that rope-a-dope a little bit when it comes to Munguia.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't see Munguia having anything that can hurt Canelo right now. I don't see it.
I agree. I agree. He got to come up with some power from somewhere. He ain't got enough power. He ain't got enough power right now to hang in there.
See, this is why Floyd boxed Canelo masterfully, I think. Like just a master course at how to box versus Canelo Alvarez. I mean, when you think about it in that aspect, like it's beautiful. Canelo Alvarez looks like he's won the last 2 rounds. It looks like he's up on the scorecards. I would say 3 rounds to 2 right now, but he has the knockdown that got him a little bit more in the lead. Canelo Alvarez just rocked Jaime Munguia with the 1-2 on the side. He kind of caught Munguia trying to defend. He did it looked like a low blow to me, but I don't think that they're going to count that. Munguia, because he's still fighting. It looked like a low blow from Canelo, but it wasn't intentional, I don't think. Munguia is being busy. I think Munguia looked like he got a second window.
Yeah, it does look like it. It does look like
second win. Let's see what he do with it. Right now, he's getting jabbed by Canelo.
Yeah, his defense doesn't seem to be, and his offense is his best defense. Like.
Yeah, normally he's knocking people out. So when you think about that aspect of it, you not just knocking the top level. You don't just knock those guys out.
That's true.
Normally, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. You can have a good night, but normally you don't just knock those guys out.
Yeah, his defense is not the greatest. And I think that's hurting. His offense is really his best defense. But even just now, a crazy combination, but he might have punched himself out.
For sure.
It didn't hit the mark.
Yeah. And I mean, those 4-punch combos, don't get me wrong, if land, they're great. They're great if landed. If not landed, though, you know what I mean?
Right.
Jaime Munguia is having a moment, though, right here, I will say. He's fighting with some intensity. You know, he's coming forward. It looks like it was a headbutt. Doesn't look like anybody's bleeding though. Doesn't look like anybody's bleeding. A simple clash of the heads. Right now, it's Munguia moving forward, pressing forward. Ooh, that was a good time. That was a good double punch right there, but it looked like Canelo landed the heavier one. And right now, you hear chants in the crowd, Canelo, Canelo.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is Canelo's fight right here to lose at the end of the day. This Canelo has taken a control over this fight. The knockdown, I'm not sure Munguia has really recovered from it so far.
Yeah.
You know, only way Munguia really can get back in this fight, he has to get a knockdown. But I'm not sure he possesses the power in order to actually do that.
I mean, I don't see. I haven't seen Canelo really hurt ever. I don't think. I've seen him like even with Bivol. Bivol was just bigger and landing heavier shots, but it didn't seem like Canelo was just so hurt that he couldn't. It was just like he landed big shots and he big as hell compared to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I don't see Munguia, and don't get me wrong, Munguia definitely, I always say puncher's chance. You know, Munguia is bigger than Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's just being all Canelo. Canelo just lands a 1-2 punch.
He going for blood, it looked like.
Round, Canelo said he wants to knock him out before 8. And he just landed a clean left hook. Munguia ate it, but it was a very good punch. And Munguia, oh man, uppercut then the right uppercut then the left hook. And oh man, Canelo just rocked Munguia with look like a straight overhand right. And oh, they're going. Munguia, hey, one thing about it, hey, I got a lot of respect for Munguia right now.
Yeah.
I don't think so many people gave him this chance. I really did say that he's a decent fighter. I thought Canelo may have knocked him out in 8 rounds, which I was calling for. I thought it was going to go, at least 8. But right now, the total punches landed. Canelo Alverez 111 to Haney Munguia's 87. The last 3 rounds, Canelo has landed over 20 punches, and Haney Munguia has only landed 20 punches 1 time in this fight, which was the 4th round. Oh man, Haney Munguia with a good one too. Canelo Alvarez with returns fire. You know, counter left hook. And oh man, one thing about Canelo, man, Canelo will hit you in your shoulders. You know what I mean? It don't matter if it land on your face all the time. He'll hit you in your shoulders.
That's real.
Yeah. Oh man. Canelo Alvarez with a really good body punch, right hand, and Munguia is all over Canelo right now with just intensity. He's moving forward. He's pushing Canelo back. Canelo doesn't look hurt, but it's just Munguia is just coming forward, and Canelo now is coming back forward. Canelo is landing heavier shots. He's moving Munguia back. And Munguia is being very cautious now after Canelo throwing some of the heavier shots. Munguia just blocked Canelo's 1-2. And this is why I always say conditioning plays a factor. As you see in the 7th round, both of these fighters are slowed down a bit, especially taking some of these bigger punches. It feels like Canelo is just eating all of Munguia's shots, though.
Yeah, Munguia just can't hurt him. No matter how many shots he's throwing at him, he can't hurt him.
And one thing about Canelo, where he defends, he'll put that elbow out there, and you'll hit your wrist on that elbow. And if you don't know how to stop it, you don't know how to stop it, you know?
Yeah.
But Munguia is having some success here. Oh man, Canelo just lands a beautiful left hook.
Yeah.
Munguia ate it, but God, man. Like you could just see Munguia's head snap back several times, you know?
Yeah, Canelo definitely looks seasoned, man. He looks like he's taking his time, going through the rounds, picking his spots, blocking what he want to block, just really taking his time. And again, Munguia has not, and like you said, Canelo hasn't sat down on the side in the fight. He hasn't sat down in his corner the whole time. He stood up the whole time.
He said if he had enough money, he could beat Haney Munguia and David Benavidez in the same night if it was enough money. And I think that he's making a statement by not sitting down.
But not Benavidez, though. I don't think he could beat Benavidez, too. I'm sorry.
No. Not after fighting Haney Munguia. He's not going to beat him. No.
Yeah.
But it's what he's sending a message that I could fight another fight after this fight.
Right.
That's the message that's being sent. Like, it's not even worth me sitting down taking a break. I'm going to stand this whole 36 minutes.
Right.
You know? Now, I think that's a bit of a mistake in my opinion because I think legs need a moment to rest. That minute of rest would do you some good. But that's just me.
I mean, it's been working for him the last 4 rounds, 10, 10, 10, 10 across the boards.
He hasn't sat down all fight, though. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's round 1, you know? So, the last 4 rounds, we're going to say that Canelo Alverez did land the heavier punches. You know? And Haney Munguia is just still going at it, popping that jab, throwing them shots. This is the 8th round. I predicted it to go 8th round knockout, potentially. We'll see.
My problem with Munguia is he never changed his strategy. Once he saw that whatever he was doing wasn't working, he has not changed his strategy yet. He hasn't tried anything different. He just continues to do the same old thing. And, he's running into a brick wall.
Well, you got to blame Hall of Fame coach Freddie Roach for that one. Freddie Roach. Oh, Haney Munguia is just throwing some bombs out there, trying to win this round. It doesn't look like he's doing anything to hurt Canelo. Canelo is on a rope-a-dope type of thing where he's letting him punch himself out. Canelo's absorbing everything and just walking straight through it. It's not like Haney Munguia is landing any of these punches in his face. You know, he's landed some on the arms, some on the body, but nothing really to the head. And Canelo is just moving forward. No hesitation.
Low. Both of them got low.
Both of them got low. Hey, and both of them, they weren't like they were really hip shots.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hit in the hip, you know. So
but I think it was calculated on Canelo's part because he got hit in the hip and he went right back to your hip. Oh, you hit me in my hip, I'm gonna hit you in yours.
That's what he does. That's definitely what he does. He'll definitely fight you dirty if you fight him dirty. He has no problem doing that. And Canelo Alvarez with a good one too, right there, moving Haney Munguia back. Munguia is just being overmanned right now.
Yeah, he never changed the strategy, though. He never changed the strategy. I think that's a mistake. I think once you seen whatever you were trying to do wasn't working, you got to change it up and try something else. And we just never seen that out of Munguia. Not tonight, at least. Not so far.
See, this is the thing. Munguia been knocking everybody out. And my thing is, when you knock everybody out, right, you got to understand that there's going to be a guy you can't knock out. And Munguia looks like he's doing something, but Alverez don't even. He looked like he just got like it didn't even look like it hurt at all. He looked irritated.
He shook his head too, just to let him know you ain't doing it.
He looked. It looked like. It looks like Canelo Alverez is taking it easy on Haney Munguia right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Again, for me. I mean, to me, you should go into the fight with maybe 5 different strategies that you work on when training for this fight. Hey, I would go and look and say, this guy beat you this way. Floyd beat him this way. This guy, had a good fight against you this way. Canelo Alvarez has two draws and two losses. I would have looked at each and every one of them, and I would have had a plan for each and every one of them, and then my own sort of situation or strategy in order to go into this fight. That's me. So if one thing didn't work, okay, we'll swap it out. We might swap it out. I might try something that did work in the first round. It worked in the first round. I'm going to go to something else and then come back to that later because I know that works. So I don't want you to get so used to it to where now you can find a defense for it. You know what I mean? I got to keep you on your toes. And we just have seen the same style fight out of Munguia the whole time. We are in the 9th out of 12 rounds, 240 left.
Basically.
Munguia seems to be doing a little something in this round.
But he needs a knockout now.
He does.
like this is
He
why
does. Yeah,
Canelo.
he needs a knockout for sure.
This is why Canelo Alvarez wins fights, right? After getting so far up on the spot, right? What is it? What is you can do to Canelo? And Munguia is throwing shots, and Canelo is taking them. He's not even trying to move. You get what I mean? Canelo is a decently defensive fighter, bro. And what I'm seeing right here is Canelo Alvarez just standing in front of Jaime Munguia, even though Jaime Munguia he got a shotgun. You know what I mean? He got knockout power. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
But he's going for the knockout himself. You get what I mean? He's going for the knockout himself. So with him going for the knockout himself, oh no, Magad, don't do that. Do not do that. You do not want to fight in the pocket with Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo's complaining on the headbutt.
No, it was the hip. He hit
hip.
low.
Okay.
He know Canelo don't retaliate. He know that's what I'm saying. Everybody that watches boxing knows Canelo's that type of guy that will retaliate. That's why the ref said, look, just don't retaliate. You know what I mean? Munguia looks like he's having success in this round. He's landed some big shots on Canelo and he's moving forward. And it looks like he can walk away with this round. But is it that Canelo is allowing this? You know, is it that, he punched himself out. Now Canelo's looking to take advantage. He punched himself out. Canelo's looking to take advantage. Oh, no, he did not. He's still coming back strong. This is a really good fight right here. And I applaud Canelo Alvarez for taking this fight with Munguia because, he just landed a really good left punch. Looked like a left hook, excuse me. I want to thank Canelo for taking this fight with Munguia and actually respecting the fact that Munguia is 40 fights in and deserves a big shot.
I agree with that.
You know, a lot of people got on him. A lot of people got on him about this fight instead of him taking that David's fight. You know, everybody wanted to see that David Benavidez fight. But, I mean, I don't know. They say David's friend just dissed him on the diss track.
You said, Tank Davis?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Shout out to Tank, man. They definitely showing Tank some love in this one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tank, man.
Oh yeah.
Again, Munguia, he's doing the same thing every round. I mean, that round was a little bit better, but it just don't seem like he was versatile enough to win this fight. You know what I mean? He didn't try any different approach.
Well, the fight not over yet. But it is the 10th round. I feel like Canelo has been in control. I do feel like Munguia won that last round. They're giving it to Canelo, but I feel like Munguia won that last round.
Yeah. Right now, they got it at 88-82 with Canelo winning the last. Since the knockdown, he hasn't lost a round yet. That's basically what they got it at PBC. And I can concur. The fight changed once the knockdown happened. And Munguia never really recovered. And nor do I feel like nor did he change his strategy to try to do anything different. And I know I keep saying that, but I think that's the difference in the fight.
Total punches through round 9. Canelo 170 for 395, 43%. Munguia 131 for 509. And I mean, Munguia, he's been active. He's been really active. but that doesn't mean that he's getting this win right now. He's been really, really active, more active than Canelo, but not landing at the rate that Canelo's landing at, and not at the power that Canelo's landing at either.
Yeah.
Canelo and Munguia trading shots, continuing to trade shots here in round 10.
But it seems like Munguia just trying to get anything he can get, whereas though Canelo is calculated in the trading.
Yeah. Canelo's throwing that. Excuse me. Canelo's throwing that uppercut heavily, because he know that punch has success with that knockdown. So if you see Canelo throwing that uppercut over and over and over again. And I'm hoping that I think he can catch Munguia. I respect Munguia's boxing prowess for not being caught with that same shot, at least for a couple rounds. And Munguia's giving it all he got. You can look and tell that he's giving it his all right now. And I respect Munguia a whole lot. He's going toe-to-toe with Canelo. It's not like he's running. He's not ducking. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But
I think that their mistake was going into it. Hey, this is our plan.
Oh, man, a good right hand by Canelo. Go ahead.
I think going into it, Munguia's strategy was like, hey, this is our plan. This is what we want to do, rather than waiting and seeing what Canelo did and just playing off of that. I think they more or less had their own plan of how they wanted to approach this fight. And then they went with that rather than trying to wait. Let's see what Canelo doing now. We're going to formulate our plan based on what we see out of Canelo a little bit.
And Canelo just landed a really clean 1-2 move Munguia back late in round 10. We are headed to the championship round.
There you go. Championship round. Munguia, if you're going to do anything, you got to do it now, baby. You got to do it now.
Yeah, you got to. Don't get me wrong. These exchanges, like Munguia, they're showing Munguia land a really solid 1-2 on Canelo. And then you see Canelo land just a dominating right hand over the top, overhand right, Canelo still has yet to sit down in this fight.
I think maybe, for me, I would have tried to just, of course, Canelo's a good defensive fighter, but with good defensive fighters, you might want to go to the body a little bit just to get their attention off of playing the normal defense that they play. You know what I mean? So whatever you normally do, I would have created a strategy opposite of that and tried just something different to throw them off. And maybe I can get, just try to discombobulate them. It's like playing a good defensive football team. You do something they're not ready for, and then maybe you can get them off their game a little bit.
Yeah. Right now, Canelo's fighting on the back foot. Jaime Munguia is moving forward. I agree with you. Me personally, my strategy to beat Canelo Alvarez would be to look at the Floyd Mayweather fight, to look at Canelo Alvarez's throwing patterns, try to catch those and move around. Body shots landed through the 10 rounds. Right now, Munguia is up one body shot over Canelo Alvarez, 44-43.
And that's where his success might have been right there, is where he could have just worked the body a little bit and just forced Canelo to play a different type of defense than what he's used to playing.
Nah, because I think that Munguia has been trying, but Canelo's defense is very underrated. Right now, the scorecard that Hazard has is 98-91. Canelo looks like Canelo hasn't lost a round since round 3. But I don't know. I personally think Munguia might have won round 9 as well.
Yeah, I just think that Munguia is just, like I said, going after anything he can get. And Canelo is calculated in what he's getting. He's taking things strategy-wise. He's not just taking whatever he can get. Canelo probably can get a lot more than what he's gotten for real. But I think he's picking his spots.
Yeah, I feel like Canelo taking it easy on the younger fighter.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I feel like after the knockdown, he could have tried to finish him. He didn't. I feel like he could have tried to finish him in other spots in the fight where he could have gained control. Munguia is going hard right now, throwing a lot of punches, staying very active. And he's using his head movement very well in this 11th round. Munguia is moving forward, landed a really good left hook on Canelo Alvarez, but it still does not hurt Canelo. It's like Canelo has a indestructible chin. I mean, like he just landed another bomb on Canelo, a right hand, another bomb on Canelo, and Canelo is just, it's just not hurting him.
I don't think he's done enough uppercuts either, though. I don't think he's really tried, enough of an array. And what I mean by that is an array of different punches. I think Munguia is pretty much stuck to the same jab and right cross, and he's really stuck to his same array of punches. He hasn't really, ain't really been that versatile on what he's thrown.
Yeah, I can agree. He's had some success, but he hasn't had anything that's caught Canelo where, and I think, they say the knockout punch is the punch you don't see. And I feel like every punch, even if it's landed, Canelo has seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez is going into the 12th round and has not sat on the stool not one time.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm going to just be 100. Canelo Alvarez just got a warning. The last time I seen a boxer just straight up, I'm not sitting down at all. Just not sitting down. That's a new level. It's showing that I'm not even tired after the round.
Yeah.
That means you ain't done enough work to make me tired.
Yeah.
And honestly, Canelo is breathing heavy, but he doesn't look gassed.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look injured. His face is pretty much intact.
His face, he does have a little bit of swollen on his face.
But I'm saying pretty. That's why I say pretty much.
Yeah. But in respect to Haney Munguia, he doesn't look that bad either.
No, he doesn't.
Last 3 minutes of the championship fight, Haney Munguia is coming straight in. He's coming straight in, and he needs a knockout.
Yeah.
He lands a big punch. Canelo is fighting off the back foot. He needs a knockout.
He better not get knocked out.
I was about to say, do not get sloppy here chasing a knockout, because Canelo can knock you out in any round with any punch. And Munguia looks good though in this championship round. In the 12th round, he's coming forward. His conditioning doesn't look like he's landing anything with significance. It looks like he's doing good boxing though, and he's staying in the pocket with Canelo Alvarez, and it just looked like it's face to face, like it's been all fight.
The same exact thing. That's my thing. Yeah. I just haven't seen enough versatility, enough. It just hasn't been enough array of different strategies. It's just the same thing, And not once has he said to Canelo, "Okay, I'm gonna play my back foot, see what I can get out of you, and see if I can find a spot where I might can get you at."
Yeah, no, it's no getting him. It's still a good fight. They're trading blows. Nobody's really getting hurt from these shots. It does look like Canelo Alvarez just landed a good right, and then Haney Munguia came back with his own good left. I mean, but it's just been a regular fight, a regular Canelo fight so far. From what I've seen. When you watch Canelo Alvarez fights, this is kind of what you see. I will say that Haney Munguia, in all respect to him, he did what he's supposed to do. Oh man, Canelo!
Yeah.
Whoa! Unloaded with a vicious 1-2.
He shook him.
He definitely shook him, but that's what I feel like Canelo is sparing him.
Yeah.
Canelo, I feel like, Look, Canelo doesn't even look interested.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look interested in trying to finish him.
Yeah.
He just caught him with a bomb. He held him up and doesn't even look interested in trying to finish him.
I agree with that.
Like, Canelo is just taking his punches, to be real. He's not throwing anything back to hurt him no more. Last 20 seconds of round number 12. Canelo Alvarez versus Haney Munguia. And they sit in the middle, and they're going to trade a little bit with the last 10 seconds. And, Canelo steps back, catches him with a mean uppercut. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the fight. a very good warrior fight.
Yeah.
Haney Munguia, and you see Canelo Alverez tries to pat him on his back, tries to show him some love. He goes over to the corner of Haney Munguia right away immediately, shows them some love, and we will see.
Go to the scorecards. Go to the scorecards. I think in this one, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that Canelo Alvarez was surprised by anything. Everything he probably saw on film is exactly what he got out of Haney Munguia today. I just don't think that Munguia gave him anything he hadn't seen before. And so that's what I think did him in if he loses at the end of this. I just don't think he gave him anything new. You know, I think everything that he saw from Munguia is what he was prepared to see. And it just wasn't nothing new.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you on that wholeheartedly. I feel like Canelo had just a normal Canelo fight. He didn't move Canelo, he didn't hurt Canelo, he didn't do anything to Canelo that Canelo hadn't seen before. You know what I mean? And so when you don't see anything new out of your opponents, it gets boring. I'm sure it gets boring. You know?
Yeah. It wasn't nothing new. I agree with you. It was nothing new. And so I think that that's ultimately well, this is and anybody out there listening, you know, if you are into boxing, not into boxing, however it works, that is something that, you know, when you got a big fight, get him something they ain't seen before. Because especially for a professional fighter, he's going to watch film. He's going to watch every fight you ever fought. He's going to watch every amateur fight you ever fought. He's going to have other people watching every amateur fight and every fight you ever fought. So therefore, you better give them something you've never put on film.
I can agree with that. You have to add wrinkles. The best athletes in the world don't just take what they're already talented at and run with it. They take that, they run with it, they go to a new spot, find a new skill, and implement it into what they're already good with.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this is the thing. I think Haney Munguia was like, I'm going to outpunch Canelo Alvarez. I don't care what I got to do to just work more. And I think that was his approach. He wanted to just outwork Canelo.
I think that's probably has been his approach.
Punch stats are in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around for you guys so you can see the punch stats. There we go. These are the punch stats for the fight.
They got the reading?
Here you go.
Gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Tim Cheatham sees the contest 117 to 110. Judge David Sutherland sees it 116 to 111. And Judge Steve Weisfeld sees it 115 to 112. For your winner by unanimous decision. And still the
No surprise there.
undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alverez.
Well. No surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise. None.
No surprise there.
We're going to get Canelo Alvarez.
Let's go to Canelo and Kendrick.
All right, Carl, thank you very much. Canelo, this was a huge fight. All the folks back home, what does it mean to you to have won this?
Oh, it means a lot. I'm glad that I give Jaime this opportunity. He's a great guy, great champion. He's going to continue doing good. So, and I feel very proud to this kind of fight here in Vegas. All around is watching us, the Mexicans. And I feel proud about represent Mexico. Viva Mexico, cabrones!
A little slow at first, but you figured him out about the third or fourth round. Tell us about the knockdown and if you thought the fight was going to end there.
Yeah, you know, I take my time. That's why I have a lot of experience, yeah? Jaime Munguia is a great fighter. He's strong, he's smart. But, you know, I take my time. I have 12 rounds to win the fight, and I did. I did really good, and I feel proud about it.
Were you certain that you were going to be able to counter punch so effectively?
Yeah, you know, he's strong, but he's a little slow. I can see every punch. Sometimes he got me because I get so confident. But you know, like I say, that's why I have this kind of experience, because that's why I'm the best. That's why I'm the best, right?
You feel you're the best Mexican fighter ever?
Huh?
Best Mexican fighter ever?
No, I don't consider myself the best fighter ever. I think when I retire, my numbers is gonna say where the position I am. But I respect all the Mexican fighters in the past and the press, and I feel proud about it. I just doing my thing. And
when you say the best, so when you say the best, you mean the best fighting right now?
Right now, I'm the best fighter right now, for sure.
Well, we're not even going to let you get a little ice because everybody wants to know what's next. And David Benavidez is the person that everybody.
Yeah, here we go.
This country and across the world would like to see you fight. You said earlier this week you're willing. What are your thoughts now?
I don't know right now. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna enjoy my family. But you know, if the money is right,
boo.
If the money is right, I can fight right now. I don't give a shit.
So it doesn't matter if money?
Yeah. You know, at this point, everybody is asking for everything, right? When I fought with Lara, Joe, Miguel Ángel Cotto, Mayweather, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, everybody, they say I'm not gonna fight them, and I fight all of them. So right now, I can ask whatever I want, and I can do whatever I want. And I'm Mexican.
Go ahead and tell your folks in Spanish. Go ahead.
Antes todos decían que no quiere pelear con Trout, que no quiere pelear con Cotto, que no quiere pelear con Golovkin, con Mayweather, con Billy Joe, con Callum Smith, con Caleb Plant. And I fought y peleé con todos ellos. Y siempre hacen y preguntan por una pelea. Ahorita estoy en la posición de hacer lo que yo quiera y de pedir lo que yo quiera. Y si les gusta, bueno. Y si no, también. ¿Y qué creen? Soy mexicano. ¡Que viva México!
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Please translate that for us.
Yes, I fought everybody. Cotto. I fought Golovkin, Mayweather, everybody.
Say before.
That's everything.
Oh, he said the same thing he said before. Okay. Congratulations, Canelo. Thank you.
Let's bring
Jerry, please translate.
Sure.
What's your assessment of this fight this evening? You came out strong, and it seemed like you were pretty good track, and you were gaining some confidence. What happened?
Bien, la verdad que me sentí bien, creo que pues intenté, creo que gané los primeros rounds, me lastimó el brazo, es un peleador con muchísima experiencia, entonces pues la verdad me ganó bien, pero pues me dolió mi primera derrota, la verdad. I came out well, however, but I think at the beginning I was winning some of those rounds. It was going well. I let my hands go, but he's a fighter with a lot of experience, obviously. And
Canelo said
he beat me. Unfortunately, he beat me.
Canelo
Definitely hurts. The loss hurts.
Canelo says you have a big future. Do you think if you were fighting anybody other than him tonight, you would have won?
Es un gran futuro. Si hubieras peleado contra cualquier otro, lo hubieras ganado esta noche. Sí, así es, la verdad que te digo, yo me sentí muy bien, la verdad te digo, es un peleador con bastante experiencia, empecé muy bien los rounds, pero después de ahí pues me empezó a ganar los rounds. Yes, it's no doubt I would have. I felt very well, but again, he's a fighter with lots of experience. I started well, but yes, obviously, had the problems.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, bro, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Jim.
All right. What do you feel about Canelo ducking the Benavidez question? He ducked that one to me, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe everybody else didn't hear that.
I don't think he ducked it. I feel like he's saying what he's been saying, and it's about the money. He wants to me, and just in my opinion, it's because it's a higher risk. I'm fighting these guys. I can make 100. I can make 75 million. Let's say every fight, fighting people that I can beat. If you want me to fight the person you want me to fight, then it's gonna cost you 150 to 200 million.
Yeah, but you gotta understand too when economics, if it ain't there. And so, if are you trying to make the fight happen, or are you? Because for me, it's about legacy too. So, are you going to tarnish? Because if you heard what the response was when he said that, everybody booed. So it's not just about the money; it's about your legacy as well. Yes, you're right. You've earned the right to ask for what you want. No doubt, Canelo Alvarez, you have earned that right. But you still have a legacy that you're trying to build as well. And well, in my opinion, maybe you're not, maybe you don't care. But for me, I would think if your legacy is part of why you're still fighting and why you're still doing your thing, not just the money, maybe it's just the money. Maybe he don't care about the legacy. But if the legacy is in any way a part of it, then maybe you might have to take the smaller payday to make the fight.
Well, I don't know, man. So the thing is that legacy-wise, he's already a Hall of Famer. That's like if you know you're going to the Hall of Fame, right? You know you're going to the Hall of Fame. The only thing left in this sport is to continue to win a little bit so you can make money.
But I don't think that's the only thing left for him. I think him not fighting Benavidez, especially for him to be asked that question immediately after this fight. This is what, like the commentator said, this is what people want to see. And even your own core fans want to see it.
Yeah. I can consider myself a Canelo Alvarez fan. I've watched I think I've been watching Canelo since maybe like 2014 or something like that for almost 10 years now. I will say that I do think he should fight Benavidez, right? I think if he doesn't fight Benavidez, it does tarnish his legacy a bit. But you can't take away from him what he's already done. Undisputed champion. Went through several different weight classes, winning belts. He's fought the people like Mayweather, who people suggested him not to fight. See, Mayweather was too seasoned for him, you know? He fought the Triple G's when they asked him to fight the Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done enough in his career to not warrant him having to do anything else.
I don't know. Because regardless of, like, we'll take right now Steph Curry or LeBron James, right? Like, we'll take LeBron James, for instance, right now, right? Even though LeBron James has done all the things that he's done, and he's a shoo-in for Hall of Famer. He has the most points in the history of the NBA and all of these different accolades. Right now, the Denver Nuggets have beaten him 9 out of the last 10 times. That is the current challenge. Your current status has nothing to do with your past. And so for me, I'm looking at the current challenge for Canelo Alvarez, which is Benavidez. That is the current challenge. Now, your legacy is formulated over the challenges that you have overcome, the current challenge. And right now, in your weight class, that's your competition. That is the villain, quote unquote. So if you're a Superman, you got to go up against Lex Luthor, whoever that Lex Luthor is. Now, just like Batman had to go through the Joker, then he had to go through the Penguin, then he had to go through the Riddler. So you know, you got different villains in your weight class. And whoever the villain that pops up, if you plan on, again, depending on why you're doing it too. Now, it's not all about what the fans want. It could be, it's about what he wants too.
Yeah.
You know, so if this is about legacy as well, not just about fighting, and if this is about Mexico, like you just said, it's about representing your country, then to me and your fan base, to me, You fight whoever that villain is at the time.
It is the Mexican monster. That's what they call him. David Benavidez.
There you go.
So I agree with you in a sense. And then again, on that other sense, I do agree with Canelo with him saying, look, I didn't fought everybody. I didn't done all of this shit. You know,
not everybody, because he ain't fought Benavidez.
Well, and so realistically, the Canelo, this is still part of the Canelo era. So you can say he hasn't fought Benavidez, right? But you also gotta already take into account that he has won belts against. He came out of the 154 weight division. He went from 154 to 160 to 168 to 175, taking belts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, you can say he needs to do something else. But after that, do he really need to? It's like you winning 4 championships. Like LeBron. No matter what, LeBron's going to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
should you stop because you're a Hall of Famer? You should stop building on your legacy.
No. Mm-mm. But I'm saying that you don't need to continue to build if you don't want to. That's what I mean. Like right now, if LeBron says, you know what, this last season was my last season, I'm hanging up, I'm done. Straight to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
No ifs, ands, or buts. And there's no you lost this many championships that's gonna keep him out of the Hall of Fame. There's no Steph Curry did this while you was playing, gonna keep him out of the Hall of Fame. There's no nothing that is going to keep LeBron James out of the Hall of Fame. And that is the same for Canelo Alverez, a first ballot Hall of Famer right now, even though he's still active.
I agree.
And so it's hard to tell a person with facts that you have to do something. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to do this. No, I don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
y'all want me to do it. You know what I mean? And that's cool if I do it. If I do it, add to my legacy or whatever the case may be. That's cool. But I don't have to.
I agree.
There's people that have to. Right now, to me, Terrence Crawford is another first ballot Hall of Famer, right?
Right.
When you're the first man to be ever undisputed in 3 weight divisions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Undisputed.
Right.
The best. My bad, 2 weight divisions. I said 3. He's won belts in 3 weight divisions, but he was undisputed, if I'm not mistaken, at 147. At 140 and then 147. Bud don't gotta fight nobody. People saying fight Boots, fight Boots, fight Boots. Even though Crawford is like already told people I'm moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? Like Boots is not really on my radar. He's still at 147. I'm not really fighting at 147. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like he's trying to fight Canelo.
I wouldn't, and you know what? For my money, that fight needs to happen. And you can say they don't have to. You're right. They don't have to. But what are you doing for the sport? And that's why I take Muhammad Ali. This is why I do take Mike Tyson to a certain degree. This is why I do take some of especially the older fighters, the George Foremans of the world and stuff like that. I do take them as examples because, and to be honest with you, this is where I take Michael Jordan too, is Tom Brady too. We'll go more Tom Brady than any of the other ones. Shout out to Tom Brady and his fans, New England fans. This is why I take Tom Brady. Tom Brady looked at the next challenge as the next challenge. The next challenge has nothing to do with my past. This is a new season. Every season is a new season.
I agree. I agree.
It has nothing to do with what I did. This is what I'm going to do today. What am I going to do today to build on what I've already done? And when it's all said and done, I can look at it and say, well, this is what I've done on the whole totality of the plate. But today ain't got nothing to do with yesterday.
I agree. That's why I say I see both sides of this. I see both sides, and I'm one of those people that usually do see both sides, and understand the validity in both sides. And I agree with you with. I mean, don't get me wrong. My opinion as a boxing fan, he should fight David Benavidez.
Yeah.
My opinion as a boxing fan. My opinion as a boxing analyst is that he doesn't have to. And if he gives us that, that will be him giving us the fight. Like Benavidez has called him out several times. He said he wants to fight him. He's called him all kinds of pussies and all these other derogatory terms.
Right.
You know, he's let it be known, I want the Canelo Alvarez fight. So it's not on David Benavidez. It's
Right.
solely on Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez gets to fight whoever Canelo Alvarez wants to fight. There is no telling Canelo Alvarez that he has to fight anybody, which is why, even though the fans want it, you know what I'm saying? Do they get it? I don't know.
Again, I think it's about legacy too. Once you get to this, like you said, once you get to being a Hall of Famer, it's now where do I place in the greats?
Yeah, but see, this is the
now
thing.
Where do I place?
I don't think Canelo is still a relatively humble boxer. Maybe not a humble guy, but a humble boxer. When they asked him, "Hey, are you the greatest? Are you the greatest Mexican fighter of all time?" He just asked him that. What he said is, "No.
Right.
No, I'm not saying I'm the greatest Mexican. I'm the best fighter right now." You know what I mean?
Well, if you go back, now we was talking battles earlier. Nas said the same thing on Ether. He said, "Ain't no best. Northwest, east, north, south, east, west. I embrace y'all with napalm." That's what he said. Everybody's great. That's what he said. So, but guess what, Nas? But guess what? Nas is still making albums to this day.
Yeah, I can understand the mindset of their being somebody that says there's no best, right? I understand that. My thing is that right now, when you talk about the face of boxing, like you asked earlier, and I said you really can't just say Canelo, you gotta say Tank as well, which is true. Because for the Mexican population and most other people in this area, in this boxing area, I would call it, it's Canelo Alvarez is one of the best fighters.
Well, and that's another thing, though.
Canelo, everybody's list.
Let me interject. Canelo Alvarez said he was the best right now, Mexican fighter. But Benavidez is from Mexico too. Is he?
No, he's Mexican heritage.
Mexican heritage. He said he was the best. So
I would say, yes, that's how he feels. He's the best fighter. He don't feel like he's the best Mexican fighter.
Okay, when he says he's the best fighter right now, you gotta prove that when you say that. We just talked about Drake and Kendrick, for instance. And when Kendrick said, "I'm the best of the big three," Drake said, "Okay, we'll prove it."
Yeah.
When you say statements like that, you have to be willing to prove it.
Right.
To me.
Right.
Or you don't say
it. And this is the thing. In my opinion, you got Haney Moringa, who is still there left. You still got David Morrell, who has less fights than Haney Moringa. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got David Benavidez.
Right.
For you to clear the Joan out, I mean, you had Charlo, but Charlo, man, honestly, Charlo been on some other shit. Like, he ain't been fighting. He ain't fought in years. Charlo was one of them.
Right.
But you got to take Charlo off the board right now. You got to just say that it's David Morrell. You got to say that it is David Benavidez as well.
So let me ask you this. Why, if you got basically two real contenders that's on your level and nobody else that really can hold a candle to you, if you're Canelo Alvarez, why not just clear the board, get them two out the way, and go ahead and ride off into the sunset and fight whoever you want after that?
I think that is the plan. I think that's the plan. But I think Benavidez is the plan for next year.
I can see that. But again, for me, he got.
This
I mean,
time,
you don't want that lingering question. Like Floyd, even though he did fight Pacquiao, a lot of people said it was late. Same thing with Tyson. Even though he did fight Holyfield, it was later on.
well,
To me,
it won't be late for David Benavidez because David Benavidez is only 27.
right. No, I'm saying right.
Then,
I agree
yeah,
with that. But I'm saying
you know,
Canelo don't want to miss the moment. When you miss the moment, it does affect your legacy.
it does, but I don't think he misses the moment in this, and he knows it. That's what I'm saying. This is a boxer, even surpass where you need me. Like you need me. You get what I'm saying? Like with Floyd, you had Pacquiao that was still doing well on the other side. He
Right.
wasn't doing Floyd numbers now. Don't get me wrong, but he was still doing well on the other side. Right now, there's nobody in his weight class that is doing numbers. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like he's the guy doing numbers in his weight class.
Right.
All
I
of
agree.
y'all need me. All of y'all need me. With Tank, it's different with Tank. He don't have the belts. See, Canelo got the belts
Right.
and the numbers. So y'all need me. There's no other thing about it. Y'all need me. With Tank, what he should be doing is because, in my opinion, he is the best fighter at 135. Go out there and prove you're the best. Go beat all of these people that got belts because you can't beat them. It's not like you can't.
Right.
With Tank, it's like, I want the bigger fight. I don't care about the belt. I want the fight. This fighter is a big, you know what I'm saying? This fighter is, and as well as him fighting people that fit his fighting style. So because boxing is different now, they're trying to make sure that the matches kind of fit. You don't want to go fight anything like Pitbull is a random fight for Tank Davis, but not so much because they're around the same size.
Right.
See, the reason that Tank wasn't fighting Loma really was because Floyd was trying to save Tank. I think Tank not dominates, but I think Tank hits Loma with enough power where Loma can't beat Loma.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
Loma wouldn't have been able to beat Loma if Tank really hit him. I think Loma's a better and not by much. Just pure boxing, I think Loma might be a little bit better, but I think Tank's got that, like I said, got the shotgun.
Right.
It's not a regular, it's not a 9 or nothing. It's not, this is a buckshot shotgun that hits you and you boom.
Right.
So I'm really intrigued to see what happens next because honestly, Canelo is running out of opponents to fight.
I agree with that. And that's why I say it makes more sense for him to get these two out the way and then do what he wants.
Well, what makes sense to me, if I'm Canelo, I fight David Morrell first. People still going to be mad that it wasn't David Benavidez in September, but this is Mexican Independence Day, meaning I'm going to fight again in 6 months on this date next year. Around this date, I should be fighting David Benavidez, which would make a lot of sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then end of September, I'll probably fight Bud because Bud will have all the belts at 160. Because Bud say 3 fights, he trying to get all the belts at 160 and become 3-time undisputed world champion.
So you think Canelo Bud happens? You think that does happen?
Yeah, I think it's a chance. I don't think Canelo is interested right now. Because people feel like Bud is too small.
Right.
But Bud jumping up 2 weight classes, going to 160, and taking the belts at 160 would be right in Canelo's weight class.
Right.
Because Canelo tonight I
so
think
let me
Canelo tonight was 166.
so let me ask you then. If Bud does go there to 160, does that fight have to happen? Which is Bud and Canelo.
No,
I
no.
think it does.
That's what Bud's going for, because Bud is looking at legacy now. Bud knows he got to take some risks to get to the legacy he wants. He don't want to fight David Benavidez though. And so this is the problem with Bud. Bud knows David Benavidez is too big. Couldn't really fight David Benavidez. Benavidez is he's fighting at 168. He really should be fighting at 175.
Right.
He tall, he lanky, he way bigger than Bud. It causes a way different advantage. With Canelo is short. You know, he's about 5'8", and Bud's about 5'8", and Canelo just mass wise is bigger.
Right.
So it's a more even matchup.
Can he get to Canelo without doing Benavidez?
The only way he gets to Canelo without Benavidez is if Canelo beats Benavidez. I think Canelo Benavidez happens next May.
Okay.
And the only way that it happens before that is if they say it'll be September this year, because Benavidez is about to fight on the same card as Tank.
Right, I saw that.
So if Benavidez win and they work something out for September, that is possible. But me personally, I think the next one is David Morrell. I think he fights David Morrell next. And I think that next May is a Benavidez versus Canelo.
Okay. Final thoughts? You got any final thoughts?
More of what I expected. Canelo Alverez is still one of the top boxers in the world. That's why I said knockout. I thought he might have knocked Morrell out. He knocked him down.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem like he wanted to finish him. So when we both said what is the best bet, and we said Canelo Alvarez with the decision,
yeah,
that would have won somebody some money tonight.
Sure would have.
You know what I mean? So my final thoughts is stick with us, man. I think Tank Davis is up next. So we'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
Yes, indeed, man. My final thoughts is just Canelo proved who he was as a fighter tonight. You know, we haven't seen Canelo in a little while now. And so Canelo really showed his seasonedness for Munguia. Munguia. I was just saying, I've been messing his name up all night. For Munguia, I think that he got to work on his versatility a bit. You know, I don't like the excuse of he was more of a seasoned fighter than me. I don't like that out his corner. I don't like that for him. I think that, you know, he got some stuff with him, for real. He got some stuff with him. I just think that he got to really work on his versatility. He got to work on his strategy. I think he's right at the bridge, though. I think he's right at the bridge to try to take it to that next level. I think in order to take it to that next level, this should be a good learning experience for him. The same similar way that when Canelo fought Floyd, that was a good learning experience for him. Yeah. I think this
was his moment right there.
Yeah, this was his moment.
Canelo Floyd moment right here.
Yeah. I think this was his moment. You know what I'm saying? And he learned a lot from this fight. You know what I mean? He got some stuff with him. But again, I personally think his corner failed him, because when you are an inexperienced fighter, that's what the corner is for. That's what to navigate these sorts of territories and these sorts of things. And I'm not sure and this is just my opinion. This ain't whatever. I just think his corner could have done a better job with preparing him for what he would see facing the Canelo. So I would have liked to see them do a better job as far as what his strategy was when he ran into some problems. I would have liked to see them navigate that better.
Yeah.
Like to see them navigate that better for his corner, for him, you know, because he is a young fighter. When you're young, you're going to run into some stuff. And when you run into that stuff, I just think that your corner is really who helps you get through that as a young fighter. They're your brains. They're your experience. And so I just didn't see that out of his corner. I didn't see him change strategies. I didn't see him do much of nothing other than the same thing he really came into the fight with. And then at the end of it, it was like, oh, he's a more seasoned fighter than me. That was weak to me. That was weak to me. So that's basically my final thoughts. Is Munguia. I would definitely like to see y'all, you know, to see y'all step it up on your corner side, on your side, just that and the other. I think you're a good fighter. I think you got a chance to really do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And for Canelo, fight that Benavidez. Go ahead, fight him, get it out the way. Because everybody's screaming for it. Who cares? Okay, if you don't get all the money you want, oh well. Oh well. Take a little bit of a pay cut to help your legacy. At the end of it, you would thank yourself that you did it. You got a lot of money. So it ain't about the money all the way, because you got money. It ain't like you struggling. You all right. So take a little bit of a pay cut and increase your legacy. You know what I mean? Increase your legacy. No excuses. Take it. You're a seasoned fighter. Nobody should scare you. You said you was the best. We just heard you say that. Well, don't be scared to prove it, Canelo. Yeah. Do not be afraid to prove it if you're the best. You know what I'm saying? So that's my final thought. You know what I mean? What's the next one? What's the next one we got?
Oh, Tank Davis.
Tank. That's June 15th, right?
Yeah.
June 15th.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm not going to confirm that that's the only fight, because you know, they've been though it's been a couple fights that's been I would say postponed, but right now on our list, I would say the Tank Davis fight is next.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there listening too, man. Y'all have been great tonight, man. This is one of our biggest nights ever. And we still got a whole band of people online. It's just literally increasing as the time goes, man. So shout out, man. Make sure y'all tune in to everything we got going on. This is Score the Fight. Point B Presents Score the Fight, man. Y'all already know what we do. Give y'all that good play-by-play. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all that good, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who came through tonight and rocked out with us, man, for this Canelo fight, man. You know, I know it's Cinco de Mayo, so for all the Mexicans out there, happy Cinco de Mayo. If that's what you celebrate, if that's not what you celebrate, then my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Take a shot for me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to everybody we got out there listening right now. This has been one of our biggest shows, you know. So, you know, I want y'all to definitely come through when there's any fights. Come through. We will be broadcasting. We are going to give it to y'all. Raw, the way we do it, play by play, that good. If y'all really want to learn something about boxing, this is the place to go. This is the place to come, man. This is the place to come, man. So
it is definitely.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody out there. We're gonna go ahead and let y'all go. If you're at work, drive safely. If you're not, if you're on the road, if you're on your way back from the fight, whatever you're doing, be safe, get home safely, and we'll see y'all next time.
For sure.
Let's go.
All right.